Welcome back, gang, for Dreamworks Dungeons & Dragons. I'm so psyched to be here. We got the Oreos, we got the players, we have the deep-seated Scooby-Doo lore ruminating in the back of our minds. Hey, gang, I'm excited for this. Of course, you know I'm your Dungeon Master, August Schmid. I'm super happy to be here with you all. No particular order, of course. We got Shane as Megamind, the coolest dude to ever turn blue. Speaking of blue people, we also have Alicia as Jim Lake Jr., who is just as cool, though not blue by choice, keep in mind. We have Braxton as RJ the Raccoon, the kleptomaniac druid who just is, oh, what's he gonna get up to? We also have Jack Frost, our amazing ranger druid, joining us again. Super excited to be back in the party with you. And of course...
Also pretty blue.
Oh, yes, you're pretty blue, too. Wow, okay, we're up to 3, gang. We now officially have enough for a blue man group, and that, legally, we have to solve that now.
It's funny because you said the guys ever turn blue, but I've always been blue, so that means I beat you guys by default, even though I didn't turn blue.
RJ turns into a bluebird.
And RJ's just going to become a bluebird.
Who else do we have here with us, BM?
And who else do we have? We have an orange cat named Puss in Boots. If anyone...
Does his depression count as being blue?
Yes.
He's orange.
We're blue.
There
Dabba dee dabba da is enough I can say without getting a copyright ban.
There's a bardcore version of that song that I unironically listen to because it's so good. Can that be our theme song?
Oh my gosh, yes. Dude, don't even apologize.
Half of us are blue, but not Nabu.
I love bardcore songs. They are just so fun. Someone said, hey, what if we took, like, pop music and made it just old-fashioned-y, which is hilarious. As we, of course, seen you guys last time, a bit of that recap, we made it to Volenar, the city of the elves, because we have been in search of some pretty high, powerful magic stuff. The Trowel, this artifact that has been said to contain a wish spell, something that could really help shape the universe right now for the better. Of course, we were looking into the astrolabe that RJ found, some of the intricacies and lore behind that of what could this ancient spell work be. Some of the books, of course, that we were finding, not only for Magics Around the World, that first edition to try to understand more about the Beast of the Apocalypse and different things, but also we found a lot in the lore, in the library of lore. Jack Frost, you found a really interesting book connected on the subject of dragons, right? This old Nordic Viking book. Puss in Boots and RJ finding different things of your own personal, like, quests, things that a little sneaky for now, but nothing crazy, right? It's not like RJ's holding a book saying how to build an atomic bomb. It's more of that, like, oh, very close.
Oh, is it not?
Oh, it's not. Oh, right. But indeed,
He's got the one that says, here, this is how you find cane.
Right.
Which unleashes
Holding a scroll where I
more
I could
apocalypse.
I wish that there was about 40 pounds of uranium and one of the atoms split.
And just go nuts. Indeed, though, actually, as Shane points out, what is now the world's, like, most antique lore-filled Where's Waldo books, because the books of Magics Around the World is one of these first editions. It is unchanged and contains writings and ruminations on the Beast of the Apocalypse, where this person known as Cain could currently be, some, like, known location, little things, nothing, like, crazy. It's not like, hey, here's Waldo with, like, a big circle on it. That would be just nuts. But, of course, you guys fighting off this giant purple worm that was also down here in the catacombs of the library, where bit touch and go, scary at times. Again, you almost Megamind, RJ, Puss in Boots having a bit of that, like, ooh, running out, ducking in and out of combat, with Jack Frost starting to do that amazing, just that archery, like, taking the steady shots, just to help set up Jim Lake Jr. for truly that some of those insane crits we saw last time.
Wasn't it 260 damage or something like that?
216 points of damage total.
Forget needing a nuke. We have one in the party.
You have one. Jim Lake Jr., do you see why angels and demons really want to find you? It's let alone the amulet. Like, the troll hunter is a powerful person in the world, right? And we're starting to see, like, you all seem to have these, like, deep connections, right? There's a reason, it came upon superficially when the angel said you are the champions. There truly is merit to each of you that you're starting to understand of, like, you guys have a lot of power inside of you, a lot of intricacy that has yet to even truly be untapped. But of course, Puss in Boots had a bit of an alarming bit of news. What was thought, and I clarified with Elle, she totally misheard me when I was saying, like, oh, you think this isn't death and then realize it is. They took it to understand, like, because I had cut out for them of, oh no, like, it isn't death, and didn't think to write any of it down, but we went back through that. Indeed, Puss in Boots got a bit of a vision from their patron that Death warned them. Death isn't just here because, oh, Puss in Boots is here. Something big is going on above ground, right? You know, thousands of feet above you. Something very catastrophic is occurring. But as you guys have beaten the worm, have each of your individual books, and I should also say, RJ finding that book and realizing that the piece missing from the astrolabe is what we would call the first weapon. This ancient bone and rib looking weapon that when using the astrolabe could be used to find such a creature as Cain. You all watched as the purple worm bled away into nothingness, fire and radiance burning aside. Jim Lake Jr. picking up a small metal object, the pommel of this tool very much like a sword, with gilded pommel and hilt wrapped in leather, but the blade itself having been broken and bent into what we could call a gardening trowel, something used to dig into dirt rather than stab someone. And that is where we are going to kick off down here in the library once more. Again, the echoes of the dying worm now finally fading into the deep tunnels all around you. We had a bunch of stuff discovered, but yeah, what do you guys want to start talking about or doing right now that you're having this moment to breathe?
So, the upstairs is dying. We have 1.5 wish spells, aka we have 1 wish spell and RJ has one of his own.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
So, it could end up being helpful to us, or
now we have 2. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. And we know that the Cain's blade was in far, far away.
Yes. Oh, that was, part of that lore of the last known location was in King Arthur's court, the OG Arthur, not our current, another player playing Artie. The OG back in the Third Age of the world was the last place we saw that. So we could assume it's in far, far away unless something wild has happened in the last 1,000 or so years.
You know what? Why don't we just wish ourselves back to ancient, Camelot?
And then we can disrupt the timeline and cause it so none of this campaign ever happens.
Right.
Yeah, I definitely wouldn't make anybody mad at us.
I just
if we're talking about using one of the wish spells, because I've jumped in, both as Lincoln not having the context of all the sessions I missed, and also as Jack being relatively new to the party, I feel like far, far away should be the goal, right? Like, is this our fight, or do we just find a way to get out and go and get the first weapon? Like, we have the trial that we came for.
Yeah, I mean, I'm down to kill a somewhat deity.
Don't we have to do that?
Yeah. It could be one of the demon, like the wind demon that's outside killing people, or it could just be all the demons that were outside, figured out how to get in. But whatever the case,
it's just them. Yeah, siege that's broken the walls. Like, I know we're strong, but what are we going to do against a whole sieging human army? Yeah.
There was also that prophecy of, hey, you should leave your car right at this gate so you can get out.
That's true.
Yes, but
We could just have Jim walk around nuking them.
these people have been really good to us, and I don't want to just abandon them to siege when the king has been so kind. Also, they seem like they might hold a grudge.
Also, think about all the loot that's upstairs.
Yeah, that's a good point. Well, they've been good to us, but we arrived, we've only been here for, a couple of hours, and everything that the sphere said to us kind of had to do with us coming to the library and then leaving. I don't think we need to, burn bridges, but I'm wary about getting in too deep and not being able to remove ourselves from this city. And if we want to saddle ourselves up, then I'm on board. I just, wait, why don't? How long would it take to get some chickenborn here?
Right.
A little bit.
A little bit, because without Merlin, there would be a bit of time needing to get an army of chickenborn rallied.
How long have they been under siege already? Can they last another couple weeks, a month? However long would?
That's tough.
I doubt we have.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we need to spend that time traveling too.
But if we sent off, if you guys had a way of contacting your chickenborn and just saying hey, help these people, I'm just thinking of ways we can help them without having to stay here.
Well,
I mean,
always go survey and see what's actually happening, and then
Yeah, we need more information, and then also if we end up killing a big monster, that's only going to take what, an hour, 2 hours?
Yeah.
An hour.
An hour. Who knows? What I will say then, I think that's a smart idea of okay, what if we head upstairs, get a quick vibe check of what's the city looking like, what's going on with us, and then making plans further.
that's a very valid concern that we might get stuck dead in a demon forest.
Yeah, right? You never want to be uh-oh, we're here. But it was kind of like Megamind was saying, the Oracle did say something about, keeping the car there was in a vision of sorts to say, this is something that could help. So there's a lot to wonder of what's the weight, or what are we looking at. In which case, you guys can start the quick climb back through the library. All of you are in varying states. Thankfully, no one's really death's door anymore. Again, we've gotten some decent healing. We haven't used a ton of abilities yet, but there is still, as you can tell, marching back up the stairs, winding your way through, using ever so often, basically in terms of primeval awareness or locate object, divine sense to kind of reorient yourselves of oh yeah, because some of these stairways are just ramps that you don't notice until it's too late that they kind of go back down. You guys will make your way all the way back through the library until you are starting to see much fresher torches, books, and the like. As you emerge then into these final rooms, the stairway leading back to Volenar, or Volenar, all of you will immediately be aware of the sounds of heavy warfare. The sounds of explosions, swords clanking, arrows flying. For those that speak Elvish, a lot of commands are going at once. It is quite literally a war zone up there.
I'm gonna go ahead and just preemptively cast Pass Without Trace on everybody.
Heck yeah.
Just if it turns out that we're safe and we don't need to be hiding, then it won't hurt us, but I would really like to not die. So everybody has a +10 if we need stealth.
Sweet. Super smart, actually, and I will, right now, you don't realize this yet, Lincoln, you may have just totally beefed the party / evaded some pretty scary stuff. Please take a point of inspiration for that, because as you all go up, Jack Frost, you whip that snow magic around, blinding you all. As you all exit the library, you will notice two things immediately. The climate has changed wildly. As in, when you first went down, maybe a few hours ago, coming up on like 7 or 8, right? You know, from the time you went down, it is now harsh winter, storm blowing, hail pelting, lightning crackling in the distance. You have just gone from what you think to be like a totally new season, if you could call it that.
The demon's here.
The demon's here. The second thing you will also notice is the streets of Volenar that you are seeing are very war-torn. They are gouged with rock, fire, rubble. Buildings have collapsed in a multitude of places. We are in a dangerous, dangerous area right now. And you would all know passively, there's no way this amount of damage to a city could have occurred in 7 hours.
Naturally.
Okay, so is it... Sorry, just to
I'm
clarify
sure
on
it's
that.
fine.
Is it a matter of we think it's like the demon having come through and destroyed things, or do we think that more than 7 hours have passed for the surface?
It's both. Not only has the calamity that you sensed is probably present, but there has definitely been more time than just 7 hours.
Okay, so do we use one wish to just send us to far, far away?
Guys, come on! I want to fight a giant storm demon.
We could
Or-
just wish that
Or
we could just wish that the bubble that was protecting the city has not been, and never will be penetrated by anything that is celestial or fiend.
How about we don't use the wish spell on something like this?
we can fight the calamity. If it's just the calamity, I think we can fight
Let's do it, yeah.
But I feel like, yeah, for damage control chain, though, we should wish for that barrier.
You could use a wish to re-get back the barrier, or if you want, again, Jack Frost did give that pass without a trace. Right now, you could start making group survival checks to try to get a gauge of where the battle's going, because you could try to start heading areas of where does it look like either battle's occurring or where is siege occurring, like try to like orient yourselves. Just because like with the pass without a trace, I'm allowing you guys to like have that like no one's immediately bum rushing you to attack.
We could just leave.
How about this? Jim and I will go fight the calamity and kill it real quick, and then we'll meet you guys at the car.
We're just in the car eating popcorn.
So like,
I look at Jim and go, when can I cut his throat? When will you let me cut him?
Imagine if she could do that as a T-Rex.
Do all of your abilities stay as a T-Rex?
I don't know. El, what?
Yeah,
I have an idea.
Yeah.
What I'd like to do is, with an insight check, I want to figure out, like, what percentage of the city is taken, what's the area we should focus on, so we know if we have to use a wish spell for the barrier. Like, is it
gotcha.
past the point of, do we need to bring back the population, or can we damage control without a wish spell?
I like that. That's clever. I appreciate where that idea is going. Puss in Boots, yes. Go ahead, give me. We'll call it an insight check based on there will be a little bit of travel, Puss in Boots, of starting to run through the city. But yeah, definitely insight check that for me.
With guidance.
With guidance, yeah. RJ helping out there.
Yeah. I'm
No.
Really hesitant to use the wish spell. Unless we absolutely have. I feel like
I threw
it
out
could
the
be-
idea, and then I decided that it was a dumb one.
Because,
I think
like,
I think there could be cause to use it, but I would be, and we'll see what Puss is able to intuit, but I would be hesitant to use it for the city and not for our own gain, if that makes sense.
That's fair. Like it's again, as we know,
Yeah,
these are
right.
big, powerful, changing things.
how to fix with guidance?
Puss in
However,
Boots.
Did I
retroactively,
ever mention that I hate digital dice with the entirety of my being?
You can, but I will notice, it's the same stats no matter what you do.
I know, but
I know.
it landed on an 18 and it light up 4.
You're good. Puss in Boots, yeah, a 6. Here's what you will know. There's some passive stuff that's easy enough, and I pulled up a photo of the Volenar area. You guys, of course, are what we know to be in the... excuse me, I almost said the library district. Down, but what we know, Noble's Borough, kind of this area right before the innermost region of the city. The first and second rings look lost. The canopy, this barrier bubble that was over the city, has very much fallen. There are flickering arcane reflections that every so often might flash across the sky, like a light bulb that has burst and electricity is trying to pulse through it. The areas Puss in Boots out, and all of you kind of noting too, the first and second rings have been decimated to the extent of they have been pushed in, as the remaining forces are all within the third ring of the city. And the third ring is just a mass of, in the sky, it's like a fireworks show, but with such horrifying implications as burning piles of necrotic filth meet elven magics that explode in a variety of prismatic color like an oil spill in the sky, that whatever archmages are working overtime to stop a bombardment, while arrows and other smaller projectiles fling into the city, winged creatures try to rise into the air and are immediately brought down by literal storms of arrows that ricochet off of hides, and only the truly magical arrows find purchase and drop the beasts back to the ground. And the final thing that Puss, even with a 6, again, it's wild to get a lot on a 6. There is stuff, obviously, you're not going to be able to insight well. But out of the city perimeters, down along the Volenar River, maybe a couple hundred feet past the farthest wall, is the largest tornado any of you have ever thought to see in your life. Truly one of the highest size categories, swirling vortexes full of wind, ice, lightning, water, stone, rubble. It is just a funnel of a garbage disposal, basically.
I have a suggestion to my party. This trowel has 2 wishes. And my conscience, I could not live. This is supposed to, talking that he could not live with himself if he didn't at least try to use one of them to save the thousands upon thousands of people that have died from those first 2 rings. And he suggests, and he's not using the words, so then it doesn't count, so DM, I'm watching you.
And again, I'm not the kind of person to try to screw you over on that, but thank you for clarifying, yeah.
That the bubble, wording-wise, could that be instead of Fae or, or any specific creature, because then the timeline could change and they could find another way in. It could be that it has never been penetrated by hostile forces against the city. So then that could also count for this big A tornado that could save a bunch of lives, and it can get us ready to fight that calamity out there.
Maybe we could just wish that all calamities could be no larger than the size of a dust devil.
That would be very funny, but that doesn't stop all those dead bodies out there. Like, very Dreamworks cut to, piles of dead bodies.
It would if it had never been able to get over the size of a dust devil. Then it always is the size of a dust devil. So it's just like this tiny baby tornado that can do nothing but, throw a stick.
Hey,
We could try to kill it first. Now, hear me out.
Isn't it the tornado?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Or
Other
the tornado
parts-
might be its
Entire city
aura.
that we're in?
Basically,
Yeah,
this is
so
trying
I
to do
hear
the
what you're
damage.
saying. Yeah, no, I hear what you're saying.
I-
And I agree that it would be awesome to bring all these people back. I think it would be maybe a little bit smoother sailing, kill the calamities first, and then bring people back.
Damage control after the damage dealer is gone.
So doing
Um,
that type of spell after we kill the calamity,
Still not fully on board, but we can
I
see
mean-
what happens.
all in
I-
favor? Straight up having a vote to shut down RJ.
Well, I'm hesitant to use it now because it's, even as big as this calamity is, it's a symptom of a larger cause, right? It's something we've been seeing across the planet. It's something that we've been seeing, it's not just here, it's in our faces right now. But even if we used a wish to completely save this city and make it so this city is impenetrable, I'd be, what happens when we get to the next city and then we don't have a wish to use? I would be very in favor of, after we're able to get the world back to a place that's more stable, we save one of our wishes, we hold on to it. And when the world is in a slightly better place, we use a wish to bring everybody back who's been lost during the struggles. And that way they're not in danger. If we save them today and there's a new calamity tomorrow, they're not in danger of that. We can clean up the world and then help bring some people back. And I would be very much, I think we actually should save one of our wishes and use it for that later.
I would say it's kind of like the end game ideology of we're snapping not to pretend it didn't happen, but say, let's use the snap to bring back those we've lost. It's a clever idea.
Of reversing the dusting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What do you think of that?
In Marvel-esque terms, yes.
Luz is convinced. Because he definitely wasn't seeing larger than the city right now, because two people that he cares about more than anything in the world are probably dead or in that inner circle.
They're
Understandable.
fine.
They're in the car.
It's very much like for Jim, your NPCs are safe in San Francisco. Mine
Unless they were dumb and got out of the car, they should be fine.
Smash cut to Pero.
He's like,
the car.
Chung, 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 chung. Woo! And just going nuts, yeah.
Because they were in the car when we left them.
So it sounds like, yes, save
Is the plan to get to the car then?
And the car was safe.
I think it is at least get to the car now, because then we can see, do we have to fight our way out? Do we want to do one last recon? Or do we want to take inventory there? Yeah. Go ahead then, gang. I would love stealth checks. Again, everyone's got a +10 as you make your way through the battlefield.
Us have advantage now because of the stuff we bought.
Yes, those awesome advantage with most of those boots and things. Stealth. Stealth.
Take us 53.
Hey, yo.
29.
Survival or stealth?
Stealth.
Stealth.
Yeah, well, because you want it to be stealth because we have the +10 from Pass Without Trace. I will also describe something as we're heading through. Yeah, right now, RJ, 33, disgusting. Jim Lake Jr., 31, disgusting. Jack Frost, 29, disgusting. But you'll have to see it. This is why I'm like, a Pass Without a Trace is so helpful in a war zone. Puss in Boots, that's a 30, yeah, solid. Megamind, Megamind, that's a nat 1. For a total of 17.
With advantage?
Megamind didn't get... I don't think Megamind got boots.
Why? You didn't buy the boots?
No, Megamind, you were doing the other stuff. Or at least, I don't remember you buying the elven boots, because I know everyone's going through, because, like, Jack... Yeah.
Being completely honest, I was like, I don't want this crap.
I don't need
My boots are cooler.
You still got a
So I didn't do it.
Okay.
Okay.
So while we're walking, as I see him be like the most obvious person to have ever lived, I eventually just like appear in front of him and shove a cloak of Elvenkind in his face
Just
and go,
take
"Put
this.
on."
Please put this
It's
on.
yours now.
As you do so, Megamind, you are walking through. All of you are completely just invisible in the shadows, moving very quickly. You're seeing a lot of little battles. Everything from a battalion of elves all decked out fighting their way through a horde of demons to a horde of demons surrounding just a few elves who are trying to fend off. It's just battlefields everywhere. And it's really that, unless you want to stop and help, but at that point, there'd be a lot of little stuff to go through. Megamind, you eventually, on that 17, will be given the cloak. Go ahead, roll me with advantage now, just that stealth check. But I will say something will be occurring from the time frame of with that nat 1.
19. So I got 2 more.
Hey,
So
it's
rolled
not
a
a nat
3.
1. It's a nat 3. Oh, you'll love to see it. As you're passing through Megamind, now with the cloak, it clashes really bad with the Black Mamba, but hey, what can you do? All of you will eventually pass by the store that you all were at earlier today.
Oh, yeah.
The store is just disgustingly destroyed. The door has been broken in. A fire has ripped through it. It looks bad. But upon entering in, because of course, for Jack, because you had commissioned those winged boots, you run in and you will see something very specific. In the corner, there is a now pretty gone looking corpse of an elf who is clutching a box underneath him and has a demonic spike shard through his chest. Jack Frost, you pick up the box and it is written in the order form to Jack Frost inside our winged boots. As the last thing this owner did was get your order safe.
Oh, the owner. I thought this was the one, like, the guy who didn't want to do his job was like, man, I have to do my job.
He got out of there, right? He was like, I'm not dying for a minimum wage. The owner was like, we defend our product to the last drop. So Jack Frost, go ahead and add winged boots of flying to your inventory. As gonna feel great to be able to fly again, Jack. That's a pretty solid ability, especially giving some...
If anybody.
And I think
If anybody's that guy,
I'm like, can I have a few more gold coins?
Yeah.
I wanted to make an intimidation check against one of my fellow players, or characters. Can I make an intimidation check against RJ, look him dead in the eyes, and say, do you think that wish is done now? You know?
Okay.
For now, yes.
Stealth check.
Stealth check just to not be there. I will say, no, you guys have that moment of just like, whoa. But yeah,
Look. No. I mean, but plus, you're a little intense right now. Okay? Just because I used my first wish selfishly.
and again,
What was your first wish?
but that was also neither RJ nor Jim's fault, because Death was just being a jerk because he was like forcing Megamind to play a game with him, and we can't technically blame anyone for a lot of those. No,
You still got a wish out of
So
it.
yeah, who's just being like 10% petty, 80% I've lost all trust in you, and I want to know if there's like any mortality left in you. You know, if there's the humanity that you're...
I'm really,
Right?
First of all,
Nobody
not
trusts
human.
anybody.
Second of all, very mortal. Still. Third of all, pretty neutral.
He did just that he doesn't plan on using all of
Sorry,
his
it's the lawful good paladin staring at the neutral member like, be nice, you know, like a
Be
gun
nice.
turned sideways.
Not evil. It's not
Hey,
good.
get a gun.
you guys, in the shop, you grab what you need, having this, like, be nice, like, dude, we gotta, like, do you get it now? Do you see what's going on? As you head out of the shop, you will notice that, lightning is crackling about every 20 seconds. Electricity sparking through the sky is starting to become a much more prevalent, and noticeable thing. You will be able to quickly realize that the thunder cloud, the tornadus in the distance, is growing closer now. As within a minute or so, this tornado will be hitting the edge walls of the city, as it is now starting to carve a path right along that river. Easy enough to notice it's coming for you guys. Or at least that direction where you're at.
Question.
Mhm.
I want to get some intel on this tornado thing. Can I make like a perception check, see if it has like a main body?
Yes.
And then we need to figure out like what's the plan running in here, because I think a fiery T-Rex of death would work really well, considering that her auras and smites and stuff all work while polymorph. So that's my plan, but like it would help if we had some sort of like, this is the general idea.
I like it. Yeah, RJ, give me that perception check of scrambling up to the roof of a building, like pulling out one of those little plastic spyglasses that you find in like carnival rides. Just trying to like, let's see what we're working with.
Okay, I'm gonna give myself guidance.
Yes, yeah. Take a moment, make sure you got guidance going off.
Wait a minute. I can't use Sword of Daylight when I'm a T-Rex, can I?
That's true.
Oh, that's true.
That would be the downside of, because Sword of Daylight has... Ooh.
Would you let one of us take it from Jim Lake as they got polymorphed, and then we hand it back and they're swinging it around a little
Take
arm?
the sword, make a T-Rex, and put the sword just so it's this little, like...
Has it in its teeth.
In his teeth, there we go.
I'm not sure anyone else can hold it.
Turn her into a giant ape and then have her hold it.
Moo!
Then you have opposable thumbs.
True.
On a 14.
So I got like a 15.
Or a 15.
14.
Yeah, okay.
So I lost it.
You're good.
Oh, do you need a bardic?
13. Oh, I'd allow a bardic. Yeah, if Megamind, if you want to, like, RJ, what do your raccoon eyes see? As RJ just, like, looking around up there.
A D10, right? Is it D8 or D10 for bardic?
10. Wait. 8.
It's an 8, right, because it's 10's coming soon, though. I remember this now.
Yeah.
Okay, that pumps it up to a 19.
That's so much better. RJ, the tornado, you will notice, is everything from about 100 feet in the air upwards is weather, shall we say. That's actually not the problem, thankfully. The base of the tornado, that stem point from the ground, that 100 feet above the ground down, is truly a thick, swirling smoke of just demonic power. One might even wonder, RJ, with that perception of, that's very similar to when demons, like, bamf out and just kind of go smoke form. That cloud could be just minor level demons swirling around whatever's inside this little 100-foot sphere of area. That everything above, that's just like, this sounds terrifying, but you know, like, excess energy, right? You know how, like, you have, like, vents for different, like, grills and stuff? That's what the tornado is right now. The real powerhouse, RJ, you're noticing, is that 100-foot sphere down there with minor demons just kind of, like, coalescing around it as it's moving forward, maybe that, like, you know, 30 feet around kind of vibe. So you've got a good couple of minutes before it would hit the first wall, and then on top of that, another, like, half hour before it reaches the second city, but it is starting to move.
Okay, guys. That's helpful. So we can reach it if we're on the ground, hopefully. Or maybe just, like, flying a bit. That's good to know.
Yeah.
So, looking at this tornado...
Mm-hmm.
Oh, sorry, what was that?
I was just asking how tall a T-Rex is.
Not 100.
Like,
Oh.
enormous. Probably like 20 feet max.
Yeah, Tyrannosaurus Rex is a huge beast, meaning we're looking at a good 20 to 25 feet total.
Theoretically, I could reach the center if I jumped.
And then we casted large on the T-Rex.
Our
We're
gargantuan...
making Godzilla.
Does the aura grow with... Mechanical question. Does the aura grow? Because if not, she's going to get so big that nobody else is affected positively by the aura.
So the aura extends from the edge of the character.
Mm-hmm.
So the bigger the character, the larger the aura.
So a gargantuan creature, we're talking like, you know, that 4x4 square, plus with Jim, that outward... That's disgusting, guys.
Okay, if we feel confident running that, I could be convinced. I'm
I could-
worried, but
I might be convinced with the finding of a health potion or two.
If we at least loot the city, find some health potions. Yeah, Megamind, go ahead and give me a quick investigation check. If you're just like, hey, I could be convinced if we could... And a guidance, yeah. RJ, the king of looting, RJ's gonna help out there.
You can feel a raccoon slap you in the face with guidance.
We have...
Also,
Yes.
I was just going to say, I know we don't have a ton of time, but if there's any way we could rally some of these elves, because if they really are lesser demons that are swirling around it in the smoke and the smoke and the fog, maybe having some elves to pull that attention away, so it's us versus the Calamity rather than us versus the Calamity and minions.
Yes.
Might help.
Here's what I'll say. Jack Frost, because you have the Boots of Flying, you could probably quickly rush to go find the elves in the third ring, because you have the more as the crow flies right now. You could get there fast while the rest of the party is starting this coalescent, like, Jim's becoming a polymorph T-Rex, we're starting to put in spells. That could be a quick... I don't always advocate for splitting the party, but that would be a solid plan there, Lincoln, of like, yeah, let's go get who's left.
Yeah, I think I would do that if we feel like we have enough time for it to pan out.
Yes. In which case,
Depending on it's within that 100-foot sphere, if the Calamity's up in the air and you guys all sit on my head, and we can all get up close and start dealing damage. Like, this is not only a way for me to reach the Calamity, but if you guys sit on me, you have my protective auras, and you're within reach of the Calamity.
Mm-hmm.
The first roll was a 14.
The first roll was a 14, Megamind.
12 and then plus 2.
Plus 2. Excellent. On a 14 Megamind, you will be able to find a health potion. Unfortunately, it is that kind of like basic health potion, but using a full action, you can get that max 10. Just like taking time to like drink, bind your wounds, like get yourself feeling ready there. As you guys ready, we'll quickly cut then. Yeah, Jack Frost, you start just running through the air, that very like, stepping through the crystalline frost and heading towards the third ring. Pass Without a Trace still being on is super helpful as you approach, you are not being noticed for two reasons. One, you've got that Enochian amulet on, which gives that great, like, no one can just kind of spot you. And two, you've got Pass Without a Trace slipping underneath. So you're running through these explosions in the air of magic and malevolence until you see a ring of elves that are about 10 soldiers thick are just in a constant rotation. You see as new elves like step forward, a back line of archers rotates out while the front line along this wall are just preparing vats of what you would assume is boiling oil, but as it pours down, it just doesn't really affect the demons, and you would go, right, they're probably immune to fire, and an archer lights an arrow, hits it, and the oil erupts in blue holy flame, and just decimating, right? Noticing...
Can I dip my arrows in that?
Yeah, no, it's like, that's something you can dip, right? If you, it may not last, but that dip into, it's holy oil, basically, right? Holy oil that can ignite, deal some extra radiant.
I need one of those barrels.
Right. Jack, you will see, though, the house that you guys were at today, right? As you kind of track along the ground, like, right, we walk this way, then there it is. The quote-unquote palace where the king, queen, everyone is. It is the central point. There are soldiers in and out, commanders and generals, as couriers, elves that are just running with orders back and forth. You alight down, Jack, and would you make yourself known to the elves around you now?
I would make myself, if I'm past the lines of demons, I would make myself known and just immediately turn towards whoever looks like they're in charge.
Solid. As you immediately close in, a couple elves, like, the second you reveal yourself, elven perception goes off, and, like, boom, like, 4 different bows are on you, but stop. Like, you see elves stop as striding forward is the elf that you guys met actually at the entrance to Volenar, the captain of the guard, technically a lower-ranking elf. As he approaches, you can remember history check. This is Rolim, what's his name? Rolim. I'll put that in the chat. Rolim enters, you see, he just says, Mr. Frost of the Union, it's been months. Where have you been?
Months? I was
Months.
going to ask how long. Okay, unfortunate. It's been less than a day for us. Good news is that worm's dead. Bad news is everything that you're seeing. It's new to me, not new to you. We're gonna kill the Calamity. We need your men.
Yes, quick, inside, I will give you quick notes, and he is going to go through, you were gone, after the 4th month, when you all disappeared down the library, we sent scouts and no one could find you. We assumed, of course, this was part of the magics of the library that even our scholars don't yet understand, but we weren't sure yet how to contact you. 2 months after your descent, and you see he gets really scary angry. It's like, we were betrayed by General Ruinar as he personally destroyed the canopy, allowing demonic possession into the city. The last 4 months, we have lost a wall every 2 months' time. Currently,
It's been 6 months.
6 months. So that's how you're going, like, yeah, 2 months, the canopy goes, another 2, first another 2. 6 months total time. We do not know where General Ruinar is. We can only assume he is in the Horde of Advancing Demons, but our scouts have not yet seen him. That is the least of our problems. The Calamity, as you have seen, has kept up this, and you actually notice the storm, that weather effects, have stopped a little bit in this bubble-ish, like, last area. And you can kind of start realizing, right, whatever magics and mages they have is like, don't just let us get wiped out from the weather. Roland then goes, the Calamity has been keeping an intense attack using demonic force, and they have sent one of the sins as well. The sin of sloth has been spotted intermittently in the battlefield. It is a deadly creature who its mere presence being close enough will slow your body to the point where I have seen men's hearts stop simply by being in the presence of the sin. We don't have much.
Good to know.
The real problem is upon Runar's betrayal, you know, the general's betrayal, I'll put his name in the chat too, just to like, Runar's betrayal did not just extend to the canopy. He assassinated the Oracle, which apparently was the demon's end goal, and now they simply are striving to ensure that the city is destroyed.
I did not see that coming, and I guess neither did she.
Neither did the Oracle, yeah. Not a good Oracle if you don't see your deaths, as certain players have said in the past. But yes, you see, Roland is just, like, giving this, like, cliff notes of, like, we got betrayed, bubbles down, the general did it and killed the Oracle. Calamity is just trying to kill us, and it's taking a lot of magic just to not die from weather effect. And there has been the sin of sloth that has been spotted every so often, just causing a lot of problems.
Captain, am I to understand that you're in charge now?
I am current acting field general of the Elven army. Currently, the king is on a ship sailed away as he is sent off according to our laws and constitution. You see, he goes, Queen Oberyn, of course, is running the battlefield forces right now. Simply, of course, if anything were to happen to her, the king is still alive, as she technically outranks me, but I am now field general.
Okay. I'm going to tell you something that you're not going to tell your men. We are planning on, once this is over, not this being the siege of the city, but the siege of the world, on bringing back as many people as we can. That being said, in this push, we're going to need you to send as many men as you can, no matter how die. Because if not, the Calamity kills everybody. And we have about 30 seconds, so I gotta get going.
As the timer, like, 1 round, 2 round, 3. Roll 'em. Go ahead. I need a persuasion check. I'll let you know it's a DC 15. It's a bit tough, because you see in his eye, the second you go, as many men as possible, and they will die, it's not like, oh, it's that kind of tactic.
Can I have Dragon give me...
Guidance?
I'll help Dragon as your guidance. I'll allow retroactive. RJ gives you that little Pringle on your way for that guidance. Dragon can give the help action being your mount. Go ahead. Yeah. So advantage with guidance, but it's still a DC 15. It's a decently high check right now.
All right. There's the first one. That's a 5. That's the second one. That's a dirty 1. And then guidance is a D4, right?
Yep.
So that's a total of 8.
Cool. We're doing this alone.
You see Rolam, and how it goes down, because you see Jack, you say this, and Rolam's like, the second a single elf breaks out of our current defensive formation, that portion of the wall falls. And
the second that you don't send your men, the entire wall falls. And I turn around and fly back towards the Calamity.
You do so as leaving this dude, like, this is bad versus bad scenarios. You head off, Jack. Indeed. Cutting back, Jim, RJ, Puss, Megamind. Megamind, you have a question. You're muted.
What did I miss? My dad called and I needed to answer for like 2 seconds.
Oh,
but that was when you were like, and I know I missed something. Did you roll like an at 20 or something?
Report from the elves, and he rolled very poorly. We're doing this basically alone.
It's alone. It was
so
gonna
the
be
opposite of an at 20.
Yes.
I got a 5.
Lovely. If I can get to those barrels, you are... Dehydrating oil is actually a thing, so I googled it.
Yeah.
I googled it.
It's called coal.
So throwing a couple of those bad boys into a swirling tornado of demons, turning it into a holy tornado.
Yeah.
Might do us some good.
Like putting bleach in a blender.
Yes. So here's what we can do.
You heard me.
Megamind. Margaritaville time, baby.
Just like Jimmy Buffett always wanted.
Some people say. Rest in peace, Jimmy Buffett, man. 2023 took a lot of great dudes, a lot of good people. Here's what we'll do. So, Megamind, you're looking for some of the barrels. Yeah, we're looking for holy oil, something that can be ignited. Where in space form, it's just oil, but the second you light it, yeah, holy flame, that radiant damage is super helpful. Megamind, go ahead, give me... you can utilize, of course, with some of your minion bots, give me an advantage investigation as... Because this is kind of like, while Jack flies off Megamind, you are spreading some of your stuff to find the oil. Puss in Boots, you are just meditating again. Like we've discussed last time, Puss in Boots is currently making that transformation to a cleric right now. So Puss in Boots is just like very zen state, that cat like pulled in on itself. Jim Lake Jr., RJ, I know we discussed, of course, we need to start prepping, turning Jim Lake Jr. What is some of the final prep things of like either stuff we gotta grab or stuff you want to like do?
Who here can cast Enlarge Reduce?
I think you.
But I have to polymorph.
Ooh.
I have polymorph.
Megamind.
Polymorph?
Polymorph.
That would be ideal, because it saves me a 4th level spell, which I only have 1 more.
Right. Well, and that way, because you can do both at the same time, where it's like, if Megamind can do the polymorph off, RJ can then concentrate on the enlarge, because that gets that combo going for Jim, to make that just Godzilla, right? I mean...
I got all the bad rolls out, finally.
Alright.
Nice.
I've been spamming the roll button, but the first roll I got was a 16 plus 6.
Heck yeah. Yes, Jim Lake Jr.
Yeah, so my question is, my smite only works if I land an attack with a melee weapon.
your bite attack is considered a melee weapon.
Yeah.
Because it's an ability.
Mhm.
Okay, that's good.
Yes.
Would that work for smite though? That's not a weapon.
It should work. Yeah, smites, you really just can't smite on, like, spell attacks. Like, if you're, like, say, casting Fireball, you can't smite on a Fireball, is usually...
Yeah. I could do things like Siphon, Starlight, or stamina
Yes.
points and all that good stuff.
Yes.
Okay. Alright, then I'm down.
All right.
I have a question. As we're prepping, does it seem, and I think I would ask RJ this since he kind of scouted out the tornado, but it would be mechanically coming from you. Does it seem like there's a damage type, basically, because I can switch Dragon's Draconic Essence to different elemental damage types, does it seem like there's one that would benefit better than Cold in this moment, or is it kind of equal?
Jim's aura, right, being this troll hunter, part of Jim's aura makes the creatures caught in the aura vulnerable to fire, and if they're evil, vulnerable to radiant. So if you swap Dragon's damage output to fire, those damage types are basically going to start doubling if Dragon gets close.
I think that's what I'll do then. I'll just sit down beside him and be like, alright, you can do this, and just pet him, and as I'm petting him, like, the snowy scales just melt, and he becomes like a molten, like, red dragon.
Ooh. Love the image. Love that. That's cool. Ooh, L. I know we're texting, so we don't interrupt it, but I will clarify. What happens is, you can't technically change your ability scores, but, excuse me, sorry, that was the wrong time to try to eat a dryer cookie. If you, with this swap, you are allowed to say, like, hey, if I have a 16 in one score and a 10 in the other, one can become a 10, one can become a 16, but any racial bonuses or other ASIs that you have already accepted upon can't stay. So if that 16 is because you put 2 points into your dexterity, let's say, the 14 is what goes, and the 10 becomes a 12. Does that make sense?
Big man.
Yeah. Sorry, because you were texting, I'm like, oh, yeah. It's not like you're, like, locked. I had to make sure you understood.
Did you see my text?
So that's why I'm like, would I be able to put the 18 in?
Yes.
Okay. Cool. Big math. I'll shut up now.
Yeah.
Keep working.
And I did see your text, Shane. In fact, that's kind of why Sloth is here, too. If you were curious.
That makes sense.
It's yeah. So, Jim Lake Jr., you are just preparing, and I'd probably say you're probably, like, de-summoning Daylight, not, like, you know, in that, like, total put away, but, like, hey, put the sword on your back and just preparing to become Big Dino. Megamind...
Raccoon on your shoulder going, hey,
right.
Imagine the dinosaur. Okay? Become the dinosaur.
Okay, I'm visualizing.
Okay, you ready? You're ready? And then I take her out, and then I do it when she's not ready.
Just, Megamind, you have found one barrel of holy oil. It's about like 3 foot wide, 4 feet tall. You know, those kind of like cylindrical barrels that it's like you put a finger in, it's like oil. Oh no, this has got to be holy oil. And I'm like, as a DM / also just letting you know it's holy oil. I'm not gonna let you throw it. And it's like, well, technically it could have been, but yeah.
Cool.
Jack Frost, as you are prepping Dragon, all of you have gathered and coalesced. And I should say, again, you guys avoided so many little encounters with that Pass Without a Trace. That was so helpful, just to, like, give that better passive stealth.
I have an inspiration. I could have used it on the freaking elf guy.
You know what? Yeah,
But-
we're already past... If at any point, if you really feel it's dire enough, we can retroactively do it. And Flavor as, like, he had that change of heart / no, we gotta, right? So, we won't roll it now, but, like, let's say 3 rounds in we go, we're gonna die. Like, yeah, you can, yeah.
Yeah, guys, help me remember I have it.
I'm gonna do, before we start, I'm gonna do a 2nd level healing word on myself, since I have 3 spell slots.
Smart.
And then half health.
All right.
Wonderful. 10 more.
10 more.
Beautiful.
Here we go, gang. As you all prepare at the edge of the gates, Megamind, of course, you have grabbed the invisible car as well. That is something that has happened just to like keep that canon going. Because you can basically drive the invisible car very fast forward to close with the Calamity before it reaches the city, right? That was really part of this timetable of like, hey, we don't actually want him to start Gain City because that's just like a game over at that point if the true Calamity, not just the effects. As you all approach, Jack Frost, you are flying through the air with Dragon bounding behind you, right? And it's kind of that, like, as you are running, your feet, ice coalesces underneath your boots to, like, help you run. And Dragon is, like, catching those same and very, like, cat-like pushing itself off of each to follow you in this jet stream trail. Puss in Boots, Jim Lake Jr., like, hanging out the side of the car, quite literally, like, ready, just like, because the second, for Jim Lake Jr., you're just ready to jump off. Megamind behind the wheel with RJ and Puss in Boots just on the dashboard, crafting and preparing these spells. We close very quickly with the Calamity. I'm going to pull up the map real quick, as this is gonna be really cool.
I'm scared.
Oh, and I have to change the map. You're choosing to fight the Calamity here. You're choosing to do these things. So here we go, gang. Oh, how many? Wow, that's a lot of things I have to grant. In a good way, because we got to make sure we have access to these. We got to make sure we have access to this. Wow, and you guys did some solid prep work. Here we go. Today's break is brought to you by cookies. Eat them.
Oreos.
One of my favorite.
I don't have cookies, but I have these.
Hey Braxton, first off, I want to say
You are what you eat.
You know, me and Elle know beef. Elle was asking Braxton my favorite rule.
No, we're good. We're good.
Shit.
It's just Puss in Boots has been very aggressive towards RJ lately.
Puss
And like,
has a lot of.
hey, I'm sorry, but I didn't do anything wrong.
I know you haven't. I'm sorry. So that's why I'm saying, Eleanor, I am friends with you. Puss is a bit of a.
No, yeah, you're good. You're good. Puss in Boots, I didn't do anything wrong.
Megamind was just like, I'm a little bit disappointed in you. And then moved on.
Moved on.
And RJ does not care.
Exactly. That's why he moved on, because he knew nothing he said would matter.
Yeah. I want to ask Braxton if would it be too busted if instead of changing my ability scores as I level up in Cleric, if I take Tough and Sentinel?
I mean, that would be kind of fun.
Would be kind of
Are you allowed to get feats instead?
No.
Instead of
Your feats aren't changing. It's your class that's changing. Again, you have already picked your 4th level ASIs and feats. That's why, because again, if you change your... Yeah. That's why I'm like, yeah, I'm not allowing you to suddenly roll up and Puss in Boots just goes like flex, right? Here we go.
It would be awesome for you to be a cleric with Sentinel, Spirit Guardians, spiritual weapon, then you get up and not
They already do
allowing
have
anyone to move.
yeah, just don't
Wait,
move.
really? You can Guardian?
She will be once she becomes cleric.
Huh?
It's good stuff.
Hey DM, who has access to my character sheet that isn't in Character Creator right now, what was the other ASI I said? Because I know I had Sentinel, but what did I add it to?
Yeah, I'll pull that up real quick. Sorry, I'm also noticing I had a bit of a problem. I don't know why. I'm actually having to use a different Calamity battle map because I don't know where my outside the city gate one went. I guess shame on me. I didn't like organize that right.
Who on you? It's not like you run 4 campaigns.
5 technically. Puss in Boots, your feats and traits right now. Puss in Boots, Hey Puss, I don't even see that you have a Sentinel.
I thought I did because I had Mountain Combatant as my other character, but I had Sentinel as Puss.
I know you do, because I'm not seeing it for some reason in some of my old stuff. I would think it's just Sentinel, though. I think the other one was an ASI to finish buffing some of the deck stuff you had going on.
Right, I pushed myself to a 20. Now I know. So that stays in Dex then? Or can the ASI go somewhere else?
Dex,
It does stay in Dex.
Dang it. I mean, I'll take it. You're letting me change my class anyway.
Right. Here we go, gang. Whoa, that's glitched as hell. Hey, gang. Here's where we're going to take a quick 5-minute break to go to the bathroom and prepare for our upcoming battle as I work through some fun technical difficulties. I love you all. I will see you in 5 minutes. Take 5. Welcome back officially. Thank you all for your patience with our technical difficulty there. As we begin, I will share our battle map screen. As you approach quickly, there is a swirling vortex about 20 feet away from you that shimmers and pulses as darkness whips around. All of you each getting buffeted more and more the closer you are getting. Let me put, Jim Lake Jr. needs to be up close. Megamind, Jack would be here. Of course, flying, I should say. So let me, Jack, you are floating above everything right now. As you are all rushing forward, I will ask everyone to roll initiative, with the understanding, of course, there are the held actions of polymorph, enlarge, and the like. We all still prepped all that, but let's go ahead and roll initiative and get that ball rolling.
I am.
Why did
so sorry.
So is the red...
The red dragon is the magma creature that Jack Frost has created.
Awesome. He is still technically medium-sized this level.
Oh, thank you.
As much as I'd love him to be large.
I think for some reason, because tiny creatures still use medium tokens, I was like, yeah, that's why. I make them both big, right? But then, yeah. Here, I'll actually put them on this side then. Group you guys up. Here we go, gang. Did anyone get higher than a 20 for initiative?
I need to roll it.
So Jim got a 1.
Ooh,
It's a 3.
it's a 3. Did anyone get 15s, 2 20s?
I got a 20.
Ooh.
I got...
All right.
What did you get? Jack, I didn't hear you.
Jack Frost got 21.
Nice.
And RJ with the 20. Let's go next down. I heard Puss in Boots. Did I hear you say 15?
Yep.
Okay. Puss in Boots with 15. Megamind, what'd you get there, my friend?
I also got a 20.
Oh, nicely done, nicely done. You love to see it. 20 coming in from Megamind. And Jim Lake Jr. with the synthetic 3. Kind of hate to see it, but that is how the dice crumble. All
They
right.
did indeed come.
Your dice crumbled?
The demons and the... Oof. Okay, so that's a synth 20. That's a plus 3, 14. That creature... Gross.
Sir.
Did you see my aura of Holy Spirit?
Okay. As we begin battle,
There it is.
here we go. I need everyone to, as you are within now officially 500 feet of the effect at the start of the battle, can I have everyone quickly make me a dexterity saving throw? Jim's aura is proctoring, of course, that paladin aura stretching out. And yes, RJ, you have a question?
Yeah, so I have the Ring of Warmth,
Ooh.
which gives me resistance to cold damage, but it also helps me out a bunch in cold weather. I
Yeah.
wanted to see if that helped out anywhere here. I'm unharmed by temperatures as low as -50, and also I have absorbed elements, which will allow me to get resistance to a damage type of an element. Would those stack for resistance?
I believe so. I'm pulling up the official wording because right now you are correct in the fact that that ring will make it so that basically whatever you roll, RJ will be fine. because it is a weather-based damagey kind of thing that's kind of happening. But I believe
snow and like, you guys cold?
everything where unharmed by temperatures as low as 50 degrees Fahrenheit. You gain resistant to cold damage. And yeah, and the spell Absorb Elements says as a reaction, lessening the effect on you. First time, so here's what's important to know, RJ. It will, because usually how I rule is if two different things can offer resistance, I start letting that become an immunity. I think that's a really fun thing that I've done that in campaigns past. Right now, though, your ring actually is proctoring where future damage, that combo might stack, but the rings that you don't take the effects of anything up until a negative 50 is already proctoring, because right now this is a negative 30 degree weather effect, kind of cold damage. So you're already not taking damage just because of the ring's first effect, let alone secondary.
So if I get hit by like a cone of cold, I could just walk it off.
Yeah, you could walk it off.
No.
Here we go, gang. Deck saves coming out again with Jim Lake Jr. currently still has that bonus that everyone's getting right now of a +4. Megamind, what did you get?
With that +4, a 26.
Oh, you love to see it. Puss in Boots.
Wait, that's not my save. Oh, it is my save. Okay. So I have the ring, so I'm okay.
I got a 21.
21. Oh, you were muted, Poos. Sorry, that's why.
Use 15.
15, but +4 for the aura of Jim's Paladin aura, so 19. And Jack Frost.
21 here as well.
21. I believe the only people that fail, again, RJ's fine. The DC is 19. So actually, you all beat it right now. With Puss in Boots technically being the lower of the two. Because RJ, your ring is keeping the effect right now off on you. So, all of you will take 5 points, half to 2 points of cold damage. But again, RJ, you take nothing already because of the ring. And everyone else just 2 points of cold damage to whatever is necessary on your character sheet. As that begins the round, that is the effect of the calamity being within 500 feet of him right now. That starts us off with Jack Frost. Puss in Boots, if you just hold your question now to your turn, since we're in initiative, just to help out. Sorry about that. Jack, what's the vibe here?
Can I see the creature at all? Is the creature this smoke tunnel that we're seeing, or is there something within it?
The creature is being obscured by the vortex right now. You think once you're inside the vortex, you should be able to see whatever's in there.
Okay. Well, I feel like I don't know, I think I'll just fly upwards and then yeet myself towards the storm. I'm gonna try to get inside of it.
Sweet. Jack Frost, you yeet yourself towards the storm. You got a pretty good speed there, my guy. I mean, was it 30 feet right now, just going up and in? Boom.
And I think at this point, I can't be writing it when I'm flying. Never mind.
Yes, but that's where it's nice now that you have boots of speed. Dragon can just fly alongside, so you both get that height advantage. Jack Frost, as you enter into the storm cloud, starting in that, you immediately feel the buffet of the wind as it becomes like a difficult terrain. I will let you know, ranged weapons are completely nullified coming in and out of these high winds. So you would know, like, if you're trying to shoot a bow right now in this, like, about 10-15 foot area, that arrow's just going, it's gone. But
could I dash through and get inside of it?
Yes, you may. On a dash action, you push on in, and you see the gigantic calamity, heavy reptilian wings, giant curved horns, the fork sitting there as you realize the calamity is almost lazily spinning the fork and like spaghetti strands catching the wind and whipping the tornado just on a whim. You rush in, Jack Frost, and you see the calamity will notice you as you push through the winds now. In just that, as he looks up, haha, a challenge! Finally!
I hide behind, not mechanically, but I hide behind Dragon, and that's the end.
You're just like, let's put Dragon here. As indeed, it is now RJ's turn. And now, RJ, I will now show the proctored, held actions. As Megamind and RJ, your enlarge and polymorph goes off. And, oh, I can't wait to reveal. Here we go, right? The gigantic form of a Tyrannosaurus Rex. Now the size of the Calamity, a gargantuan-looking dino, emerges behind Jim Lake Jr. Suddenly your blood is very, very cold, and everything's really, really loud, and you have really, really small arms. But as that happens, RJ, you are next to act. And again, I kind of put you guys, currently you can all now be riding Jim Lake Jr. Kind of, again, a gargantuan creature. It's now a mount, basically, for you. So, RJ, what is the plan right now on your official turn?
I would like to just run into the wall and pop my head in.
Sweet.
I'm gonna... It might help you to get through.
What's your movement speed as a T-Rex?
I have no idea.
T-Rex movement speed is 50 feet walking. Oh, yeah. Just movement will get the T-Rex inside the wall.
Sick.
Will it get within striking range?
Yeah, let's double check that. So here we go. We have our friends going in 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. So 50 feet would get, unfortunately not yet, into melee range. I will say the Calamity goes before Jim, though, in initiative order. And the Calamity might move or do other stuff.
Cool. Then I will draw it towards where we need it to be, and I will run in and shout an insult at it, and then shoot it with my wand of magic missile.
Heck yeah. You shoot the wand of magic missile. I don't know if I did that yet.
Migrate us back.
Sure, no, I will.
Moved
How many charges of magic missile you want to put in?
Let's see. I believe I have all of it. My character sheet says I have 7, but I thought I used them before we got into the town.
Oh, yeah, because you used a couple, I think then, but I think they recharge. I'm double checking, yeah. So you should have, 1d6 plus. I'll say, because I think we did use some entering into the town, you would have had enough time, again, the wand will have recharged.
I'll use 6.
It has been 6 months.
It's been 6 months, yeah. You cast 6 charges. Oh, that's so fun. So
15 automatic points of damage. Plus 6, so 21.
So 21 automatic damage to the Calamity, who takes the 21, and you realize it rips hard into the side of this thing's like body, but the Calamity winces a little bit. Doesn't look like it hurt him, just like he winces.
And then I mock him.
Mocking.
And hopefully at me, bro.
Excellent. RJ, as you mock him, Megamind, that is your turn. Went grew there. You are acting right before the Calamity, Megamind. What would you like to do?
We are not yet inside the wall. I haven't moved yet.
Yeah. Oh, yes. I should point out, technically, we are I'll move you guys back so you get a better view. 130. Technically, you're right there.
So if I wanted to get in, I would need to dash,
Yeah.
which would be a waste of my actions.
You will. Okay, so
What?
within, if I use all my movement and you hold your action, he will be vulnerable to radiant and fire at the end of my turn.
I mean, would I be able to push myself down initiative?
Yeah, you can send your turn down the order. I smart mega mind of just with everything going on, instead of holding an action just in case, you want to send your turn down the river, so to speak. For sure. Just remind me then. Yeah.
Before I do that, what's our tornado outside situation looking like with those demon looking?
Tornado outside, there is at the top of the initiative order, every time you're outside the tornado, there will be increasingly more cold damage, eventually bludgeoning damage, eventually lightning damage. Like his basically weather effect deals damage the longer you're near him in terms of outside the tornado. So getting into the eye of the proverbial storm is really, it sounds bad, the safe point.
Gotcha. So there aren't any like minion demons kind of just swirling around in there?
You could assume the minion demons might just be a part of the smoke right now. It's yet to also been their turn in initiative.
Gotcha. Yeah, I'll just push back.
You got it. You hold back your initiative there, Megamind, and brings us to the Calamity. Now, the Calamity is going to move, actually. He's got a bit of movement he wants to attempt. So the Calamity is going to move 10, 20, 25 for now.
Don't die.
It wants us right in the middle.
Oh yeah, RJ should be up in there.
Yeah. RJ, it's kind of hard to... Here, let me... Yeah. The Calamity moves forward. Jack Frost, as a Calamity sees you, you see he kind of like cocks an eyebrow. You're not what I expected of champion. Rather weak. Rather small. Very well. You shall mark a wonderful era. Let your blood be spilt before the elves, and let us enjoy the final moments of humanity. As the Calamity is going to attack you a couple times here, Jack Frost, he is going to start with an attack from his tail. As you see a barbed tail whips out from behind and tries to rake across you. Does a, oh my gosh, a 29 hit?
No.
Just barely.
Just barely misses. The tail goes out. Jack, can you give me a Constitution saving throw as this tail cuts deep across your skin?
Yes. Is this... wait, never mind. Never mind, dumb question.
No.
How about an 11?
Oh no, an 11 does not succeed. You realize the cut, you are not bleeding, but your body is being sapped with necromantic energy. You have an infernal wound. At the start of each of your turns, you will receive 3d6 necrotic damage from this. Oh no, it's just 3d6 hit points you lose.
Ooh.
And each time then the Calamity...
necrotic damage being done to me?
That's why I had to check. It's technically not necrotic. It is just hit points lost. If he
That's a bummer because I am resistant.
if he attacks you again with his tail, the extra damage he's dealing sounds like it's necrotic, but no, the at the top of your turn, you just lose hit points right now. The wound will close if you can receive any sort of magical healing, but for now it is there, or you would need like a successful medicine check. You do though take 12 points from the barbed tail there, Jack, as he then twirls his fork and is going to stab you now with the fork twice. Does a the higher of the two was a 25. Does a 17 hit right now?
Yes, my AC is only 16.
Yikes. Jack Frost, you take 14 plus 16 for an even 30 points of piercing damage as the Calamity stabs in and twists the fork around and spaghettis your insides a little and rips out Jack immediately. You are feeling so bloodied as this dude takes his turn just to rip into your hit points. And you also feel that infernal wound is starting to throb against your chest. That is the Calamity's turn as he moves you down. Puss in Boots, that is your turn.
I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
We've been seeing the attacks against Jack, right?
Yeah.
Has this Calamity been using strength?
Mm-hmm. I'm not allowed to tell you that. That's kind of one of the core tenets of this game, is like you're not technically getting to know everything.
What? No, I was wondering if I could try to use my free check to see if he is.
Gotcha.
If enfeeblement would work.
I want you to. I'll say this. What do you think is a fair DC for a insight check to try to understand his abilities? What do you think a fair DC is?
15.
I'll add 2 to that. We'll call it a DC 17 insight.
Okay.
Yeah, DC 17 insight, because you're not a battle master nor a ranger with some of those abilities to actually get that stuff. But we'll say a DC 17 insight.
Yeah, I like cough out and I'm like, it hit me so hard.
Oh.
Can I roll with my physical dice, or do I need to do the digital dice?
I'll allow you to choose.
I'd like physical, please.
Okay, go for it.
Hands here. That's a 17.
Yo!
Hey, yeah. All right.
Plus.
Puss in Boots, you think that this creature, it doesn't matter whether it's strength or dex for this creature. It is very equivalent in both of its abilities right now. So you could assume that technically it should be using its strength as the base of D&D, but if technically its attacks count as finesse, it could also be dex. But I'll say on 17, it's very comparable right now. Not enough that I could say like, it's one or the other. It seems very comparable, and it may just be, well, dang, what's he doing?
So, then I'd like to cast at my second level Ray of Enfeeblement.
All right. Ray of Enfeeblement. You make a ranged spell attack on a hit. Target deals only half damage with weapon attacks that use strength. And on the end of each of his turns, he'll make a con save against it. Go ahead, make a ranged spell attack for me, please, Elle.
Sounds good. I'm used to
Very nice.
Solid.
Okay, and I have a plus 7. So, does a 15.
A 15 doesn't hit the Calamity. So Ray of Enfeeblement goes off, and you see the natural winds whisk the spell quickly off into the air. It does not hit. As
It hit me in the face.
Jack, on like death's door, suddenly just like is now like emaciated. Puss in Boots, though, excellent stuff of like, okay, got this, trying the Ray, but doesn't proctor right now.
Hey, do I have my movement stuff?
Yeah, if you want to hop off.
I want to try and get to Jack.
Jack is flying in the air right now. So, do you really want to try to get to him?
So,
If he goes down, I can do spare the dying on you. So then you won't have to do save.
Hey, seeing as how that's an action anyway, I'm gonna say we'll finish up the turn there, Puss in Boots, and let you ruminate, see if you want to do that. Okay?
No, it's okay. Yeah, sure. It's a bonus action, but yeah, I'll end my turn.
Spare the dying? Spare the dying is not a bonus action. It's a full action. It is a full action cantrip. Always has been. And again, you can't reach Jack Frost flying in the air right now.
No, it's a bonus action because of my circle is 4. Or like the Grave Cleric.
Oh, you took Grave Cleric. I see.
Yeah.
I was so confused. I'm like, there's no way. It's a bonus action. Yeah.
He's doing it, promise.
Puss in Boots. Then in which case, also doing it right now isn't gonna do much because Jack Frost is still up.
Yeah, I know.
So
my plan was to try and like full backpack on it,
but you can't. Okay, you cannot use a bonus action as a held action though. That is the point of it. So, it's a solid plan, but that'll probably have to be next turn, and that's if Jack goes down. Again, like there's a lot that could happen.
And I'm never gonna die.
Never gonna die, gang. Puss in Boots, as you though prep a lot of that stuff, giving the information to the party, that brings us to the demon's turn. Megamind, indeed, wondering about these shadows and clouds. All of you watch a few clouds start coalescing, and around the circle, 5 demons materialize out of shadow and smoke into more corporeal forms. As they do so, you will notice they do not take an action this turn to attack. Instead, each hold out their arms, and smoke links up across and makes a giant smoking pentagram. As now that they have done so, Actius, the Calamity, now has his legendary actions. As he now has his domain here. He has made a little lair for himself. As that is, other parties have found this out. Calamities aren't, like, perfectly, powerful. They do have to prep stuff. The Calamity is now looking a lot more juiced, gang. I'm going to roll something, but that makes our favorite friend, the Tyrannosaurus Rex, Jim Lake Jr., it is your turn.
So, a little bit of retroactive damage dealing. I noticed there's at least one demon within 30 feet of me.
Yeah.
At the start of his turn, that's a little bit of oof his way.
A little bit of oof. You're right. Thank you so much, because, yeah, let me... Oh, actually, the demon is 50 feet away.
Oh?
Just barely. So, it doesn't barely proctor on his turn.
Wait,
no. 30 feet from the edge of the T-Rex. Thank you.
Yeah.
I did the mistake of kind of what we were assuming. I did it inside of you. That demon, yeah, within 30 feet. So this demon will take fire.
Yep. Take 1d6 fire and 1d10 radiant. Do you want me to roll that?
Yes, please.
Okay. Rolling, that's 5 fire and 7 radiant.
5 fire, 7 radiant. This demon is starting to look pretty hurt. You bamfing out just that damage there, Jim Lake Jr. The demon's not looking great on that. And that's just, yeah, at the start of its turn, it took that damage. Sweet, you love to see it. All right, Jim, what's the next play here?
Okay, so the plan is to get as close to the Calamity as I possibly can. If I can get within melee range, I want to bite him.
Yeah.
T-Rex to get your stats up.
Oh, thank
you.
you.
Make 2 attacks.
Sweet.
One with your bite and one with your tail.
Oh, that's great.
45, 50 movement gets you exactly there, Jim.
Okay, my goal is to. Well, first of all, he takes damage for existing. Screw him. But second of all, I want to rip his wing off with my mouth. See if I can keep him from flying.
Because you have a stamina point left. Yeah, you can make this a called shot.
Yeah, I do have a stamina point left. Only one.
So yeah.
Does that allow her to do the max damage, or does it only allow the called shot?
It allows both. How stamina points? Yeah, it's how you do a called shot, because it's a called shot with max damage. It's because it's that flavor of I'm ripping off a wing because it's a big amount of damage, right?
What is that
Yes.
T-Rex in max
And then you also grapple.
Where is that stamina point counter?
Uh,
All right,
under feet.
there it is.
Um,
Thanks. I'm having a hard time navigating. Oh, it was literally right there. That's so funny. Okay, so I just roll a d20 and add 10 to hit.
yeah. That's disgusting. A 10 to hit.
Does a 22 hit?
A 22. Oh. It hits the armor class. The Calamity will use a shield spell to make it
Does
a
anyone
miss.
have a counter spell? Because this is big. If anyone can counterspell it,
Oh,
Mr. Bard with counterspell.
Mr. Shane, who just loves counterspelling anything I do, where he's like, nah. I'm like, all right. You've got counterspell? Sweet. Counterspell goes off. The Calamity doesn't shield. Dang it. Oh.
And
Yeah,
you also
rude.
you get to add an extra d6 of fire damage because Dragon is going to breathe fire as his reaction as you hit him.
So, oh my gosh, that's so much damage.
That's 55 points of damage.
Now would probably be the best point to toss that freaking barrel on him.
So yeah, that's what's disgusting is 55 piercing damage from the T-Rex. Unavoidable piercing. Thankfully, it's Wait, does it count as magic when you're polymorphed?
It might.
No, I don't think
Right.
so, but the smite might make the whole attack magic.
That's right, yes. So you're gonna want to put at least some form of smite in, because that way the bite won't get halved, because he does have a resistance to non-magical attacks, but by smiting it says, nah, this is all one magical hit.
I have one more second level smite left. I'm going
Do
to
it.
use it.
Because right now
That's stamina
he's...
point.
And
So,
Yeah.
And
did you add a d6 for fire damage, or do you want me to roll that?
If you want to
Not
roll
yet.
that, Lincoln, because that fire damage won't max since it's coming from Dragon.
okay, so that's... Is that 3d8? First
Go
smite.
to features and traits.
This is...
Dragon got a full 6.
Hey, that
Ah!
doubles with that vulnerability you've now given the Calamity.
Oh no, I have so many things to scroll through.
There's so many abilities.
I know, it's so hard to keep track of.
Action?
Class features?
No, go to actions. Oh, wait, Divine Smite, right there.
Oh, there it is.
So, yeah, it's 3d8, so that is a full 24.
Yeah, so is he undead or fiend?
Yes, Alicia, he is a fiend.
So it's 4d8.
Okay.
For 32.
Oh,
When
that's-
you roll it, it maxes. So how much is 40? That's 32. Radiant damage.
Okay.
Okay. 55
let me
piercing,
roll-
32 radiant, 12 from Dragon.
Let me find how much we need to be taking from Aura of Holy Flame.
Right, that's the other big one. My gosh, Jim, this is just disgusting.
Oh wait, that's on their turn.
On their turn, okay.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, good.
Um,
Oh, good.
okay. So then I have a second attack as the T-Rex.
So, reading the stat line, you actually can't hit him with your tail attack.
Oh, I can't. Oh no.
It says that you can't make both attacks against the same target. That's fine.
Yes.
Oh really? Oh well. Can my tail reach the other demon down by my tail?
I believe
10-foot range.
so. With a 10-foot, yeah, because the tip of your tail is 10 feet away from the demon, so yeah, that should work.
Oh, I'll whip it around.
Also, because I just realized I have to roll damage from your aura of starlight. Or no, did you...
Oh, I'm not radiating starlight yet because my friends are on my back and I don't want to.
Right, that's why. Because I was thinking there, I'm like, oh, should I have added that earlier? Right. Thank you so much.
Yep.
That was a lot of damage. How much was that?
So in total, that was a 64 from Radiant, because the 32 doubled. 64 plus 55 plus 12 for 131 points of damage.
I love that. I love that so much.
And, DM, quick question. Specifically with the dinosaur, with the T-Rex, if it's targeting a medium or smaller creature, it's grappled, but then the T-Rex is also gargantuan. Does that help in any way? Like, is the feet grappled?
Yeah, because, unfortunately, no, because, yeah, bite, medium or smaller creature, so if it's enhanced, it's then large or smaller, but unfortunately, the Calamity is gargantuan as well, so there's no grapple coming off, yeah.
Okay.
Plus 10 to your hit.
Yes, so that's a 16 for the tail attack.
Sweet. A 16 does not hit barely. I'm double checking that I'm looking at the right AC. No, 16 does hit the demon, yes.
Awesome. Okay. 8 plus 7.
That's pretty good.
That doesn't look right. One of those is a D12.
No, those
No?
are all 3d8.
Are they?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So 21.
21. On 21, you are noticing that demon is already looking horribly hurt, gang. Isn't loving being there. So our demon on the left is starting to look really hurt. The one on the right is looking decently damaged from some of the earlier stuff. And Jim Lake Jr., with that insane hit...
I'm so sorry. I misread Aura of Holy Flame. They entered the area, so they do take damage. Just a little bit more math.
My gosh. My gosh.
So it's
1d6 and 1d10. I'll just apply that to both the Calamity.
Okay.
That's 5 fire, 6 radiant to the
Which
Calamity
is-
and the demon.
Which is doubled, so that's 22 points of damage right there.
Okay, that's all my math.
22. Jim Lake
Thank you,
Jr., at the end of this giant hit, this T-Rex, you bite hard as your tail whips and just pistol whips a demon behind you. The Calamity officially looks very hurt. You're noticing that radiance and fire, because of the aura of Holy Flame, actually starting to deal. Normally, he has a lot of immunities or resistances, so the aura is very helpful right now. Jim, this demon is looking hurt, which is crazy. At the end of your turn, the Calamity will make a big old legendary against you, though. As he's not happy.
I did just bite his wing off, so I don't really blame him.
You did. I will say, you have greatly... He can barely fly. He can basically hover to the ground right now, but he cannot achieve true lift off, right? He has to end his turn on the ground.
That's pretty good.
I need to pull up now a... Oh, yeah, it's a big spell. Here we go. This is his giant... he will begin a storm right now. As he pumps all 3 of his legendary actions right now, You watch the wing. Now, Jim Lake Jr., you're kind of like munching on the wing. All of you just in this tense moment. The Calamity looks at you all. Very well. It seems heaven has picked appropriate vessels for their champions. Let me melt you down to size. As his fork touches the edge of the tornado, thunder cracks as a lightning churning storm cloud centered above you all spreads out in a 360-foot radius. He has just cast a spell known as Storm of Vengeance. That right now, I need everyone to make a Constitution saving throw as the storm appears.
Oh, why am I so bad at that?
Thankfully, right now, everyone's close enough to Jim. We all have that +4.
Hey, can Dragon give me advantage somehow?
Unfortunately, no, because Dragon needs to make his own con save. I just forgot. No, please, no!
Alright.
I got a 12.
Okay.
Oh, no.
I got a nat +2.
What was that, Puss in Boots? Sorry, you cut perfectly at the end of the mute.
Oh, I got a nat 13 +2.
Nat 13 +2, +4, of course, for Jim Lake Jr.'s stuff. So 19 for Puss in Boots, 12 for RJ. Megamind, what did you get?
I got a 19 +2 plus that 4, so I think 25.
25. Love to see it.
I'm good. You're the one from Polymorph.
I was gonna say you got a whole polymorph. Jack Frost, what did you get?
I got 12, and Dragon got a nat 1 plus his 2 for 3.
Gross.
Yikes.
I'm
The
gonna.
dragon also gets the bonus.
Oh, that's true. Dragon got 7.
7. Yeah, there we go. And Jim Lake Jr., what did you get?
18.
Oh no.
Okay. I'm gonna cast Absorb Elements on whatever damage type is about to hit me.
The DC save is 19 currently. So Puss in Boots and Megamind, you succeed. As the storm cloud starts, you only take 3 points of thunder damage. To everyone who failed, you take 3 points of thunder damage. And if you failed, you are deafened for 5 minutes.
Oh, that's not a big deal. Okay. I'm
Puss
not
in...
gonna. Not.
Yeah, 3 points plus deafened. That's what it starts. That is just as it appears. Megamind and Puss in Boots, you are not deafened. As you only take half of that to 1 point of thunder damage each. As just ripping through the clouds, the Storm Vengeance appears.
Is it there?
So I'm not at 3, I'm at 5.
You're not at 3, you're at 5. Yes, because Puss in Boots is still pretty low on hit points. Just from, like, everything last time. Storm of Vengeance...
You before?
We have a lot of hit points.
We didn't have time for me to
Puss in
heal
Boots,
up,
well,
but
because
I-
Puss in Boots was doing the meditative become a cleric. It's the give and take of, yeah, you're now a cleric, but you're not healed. Yet. At the end of that legendary action, that will make... Megamind, do you want to jump back into the initiative order before we roll over?
Yes.
Yep.
I am going to, according to being on the head of this T-Rex, and how close am I to that open wound?
You're about 10 feet away, I'd say. Solid 10 feet.
Okay. I want to try and shove this dehydrated oil in the wound.
Oh no.
And then light it on fire.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Gruddy. Megamind. Hell yeah, my guy. That sounds so cool. What I'll say is this. Go ahead. We're going to call this an action to put the oil in, because it'll probably take an action of some, whether like base, like a firebolt cantrip or some other like spell form or attack that has fire base to then light it. So go ahead though, give me, we're going to call it a ranged spell attack, using magic and technology of just using your things and trying to shove it into the open where the wing used to be. You're replacing it with a barrel of holy oil.
So 12 plus 7.
19 will hit, thankfully. Because again, he lost his shield reaction with that great counterspell there, Megamind. You use full action and shove the barrel of oil into the stump where the wing used to be. And you see the Calamity full on just like, alright, what are you doing? No, stop that. Take that out now. What is this?
It rehydrates now that it's
In contact
we
with
should take
blood.
some damage.
Pardon?
It got dehydrated, so when I shove it into his bloodstream, it should rehydrate. Correct?
Yeah.
That logic holds up to me.
That sounds, yeah, you would say that, Lincoln. Come on, you're a part of the party. You're a biased observer.
Hey, as an objective
DM
third-party observer.
Yeah, sure. Megamind, you shove it all inside, and the barrel expands suddenly, filling the gap in the body. As this dude now has the largest tumor or acne just like thing on the wing right there that just is like, you see like the edge of the barrel sticking out, and so it's like that, ew, no, that's not normal. Megamind,
Barrel.
war crimes indeed.
Yeah. So if anybody attacks that barrel, stamina point it.
Fire.
Excellent.
Yeah, no kidding.
That brings us to the end of the first round. Bunch of hit points from the Calamity gone. Bunch of stuff that could still happen. Alright, gang. Storm of Vengeance. It is now round 2 that is active. Every creature, this is not an unavoidable thing because it says acidic rain falls from the cloud down upon you. All of you are about to take a d6 of acid damage. That's a full 6.
Nice.
Okay. What does that do for
Concentration.
yes.
If you took 6 points of damage, you have to make a DC 10 con save, or you will lose concentration.
That's in that one.
Oh,
Is
crap.
the
19.
stick unnegotiable?
So
The
we have the trek up still, but it is no longer massive.
the T-Rex is still here,
That shot you.
but I have to say, here we go. Let's move it
Wait,
one size
August,
smaller.
clarification question.
Yeah.
Is this just in advance? It sounded like the first round you said that it would affect us if we were not in the inner eye. We are all
This is-
in that.
This is his
No, this
big
is-
legendary. This is a spell called Storm of Vengeance that it says on the second round, acid rain begins, and so every round there is just acid rain. That's, again, it's not as big yet of the stuff outside, but this Storm of Vengeance is, his concentration spell is now starting to stack up here.
Correct.
And is...
Okay, yeah, I just misunderstood where it was coming from.
No, that's important to note of like, wait, I thought we missed it. Yeah, you guys are avoiding a lot of heavy damage outside the tornado, but this is now his, like, I'm going to have the same slightly lesser thing happening inside.
DM,
Yeah.
is that damage non-negotiable?
It is
Okay,
non-negotiable. It is part of the spell effect. Puss in Boots
But you're
goes
It's like-
down.
No.
It's okay. We can get you up.
I mean, we've got healers. Again, we've got a lot of stuff going on. That is start of the round for Storm of Vengeance. You all see, though, Storm of Vengeance, I will kind of, like, preemptively note, a big effect of Storm of Vengeance happens next round in terms of lightning. Be very aware of that. In which case, Jack Frost, you will begin us. You're still up, my guy. That's incredible.
I'm down.
Oh no, you're down too.
No matter what happens, I go down because I take 3d6 and I only have 3 left.
At the start of your turn, yep. So a total of 12 damage hits. You go down.
That does lead, so I don't have to command Dragon when I'm down. He can take full actions on his own.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have him bite the Calamity. So
Can he use a fireball?
no, unfortunately, but his bite does do flame damage as well. So
Yes.
let me.
Like the barrel.
That was the idea. If he could bite the barrel and ignite it, could be really helpful.
Yes. Then I will absolutely have him bite the barrel.
Yes.
Let me. Sorry, I'm trying to find it. They redid the way that you have companions in D&D Beyond.
Yeah.
It's weird. They're
Yeah,
like
'cause
part
now
of
it's
your
like-
actions now rather than their own stat block.
It's a very
I don't like it,
strange
so
thing.
This hunting okay. He has a +6 to hit. So here we go with his D20. Just a custom roll.
Yep.
That's an 18 for a total of 24.
Heck yeah, that hits. That will deal fire damage as Dragon bites this barrel pimple on the dragon's wing stump. Go ahead and roll the damage, and Shane, as Megamind, I need you to roll quite a bit of damage here. This is going to be a total of 8d8 of radiant fire damage. It is both ones. It's technically just radiant, but again, it's holy flames bursting out of this creature. Go ahead. You can either roll 8d8 and double it for the vulnerability, or Shane, you can roll 16d8 for that damage. And Lincoln, go ahead and roll damage for Dragon, because he is still damaging, plus it doubles because of that fire stuff he's got going on.
Perfect. So he does... he does 9 piercing damage, and because it's vulnerable to fire, I roll double his fire damage. He does 7 fire damage, and that's already doubled up.
Excellent. So 9, 7. For that 16 coming in. The Calamity is looking horribly hurt as he roars in pain. Dragon bites down, popping Jack as you fall with that infernal wound hitting you. I will let you know what's really scary about the infernal wound. It will keep proctoring even though you're down. So pending anything bad, on your next turn, Jack, you will be taking the equivalency of a automatic failed death save with the infernal wound right now.
That's all right.
That's all right. I mean, we got this. We got
That's not what I
We're
wanted.
immortal. We're immortal.
Megamind, how we look...
I accidentally rolled 8 d20s.
Oh, good lord. Yeah,
For that.
please don't do that, because, like, oh my gosh. Chugga chugga.
I tried doing it on physical dice, but it was taking too long.
Hey, that's 8d100.
I just rolled the dead for him.
The what?
No, I'm just messing around. I'm being dumb. Continue.
Yeah, I saw that, I'm like, who did that? Wait a second.
I like that number.
Hey, there we go.
Double it.
44
Give it to the next
doubles to 88 points of radiant damage to this creature, who now is horribly hurt.
And
It's
his insides are being oil fire.
this was interior damage, Shane. Oh gosh.
Isn't that a bummer?
It's more than a bummer. I double my interior damage to enemies.
So isn't that
176 points of... Wait, no. 44 times 4 is 176 points of damage.
They're monsters.
This is a war crime, but to be fair, this demon is the epitome of war crimes itself, so I think it balances.
War crime, so.
Have you guys ever had deep fried calamity wing before? I want to try.
76, so 66.
Sounds
I'll
good to
save
me.
you a bite.
Cooked from the inside.
Shane, this demon goes from like, ooh, I'm pretty hurt, this T-Rex bit me. The demon is preparing again for its turn. The storm of vengeance going. It is crackling, raising up its fork as you smush the dehydrated oil bear into the wound. It rehydrates, forming this giant back pimple. And Dragon just goes in and just bites. And blue flame bursts out of orifices on this creature. The Calamity is now bloodied. As it is looking horribly bloodied from all the stuff you've done. My gosh. Excellent combo, Megamind. At the end of Jack Frost, your turn, because again, that was Dragon helping in with that combo move. You fall to the ground, and that will make RJ... You're on deck there, my guy. Or RJ, you're up. Puss in Boots, you're on deck after the Calamity stuff.
I have a very interesting question.
Yeah.
So, Polymorph gives whoever you cast it on the temporary, like, health pool of the creature.
Correct.
Yes.
Correct? But if you just so happen to cast it on someone who is unconscious,
Okay.
how would you want to roll that?
Well, let's see. Because Polymorph does... Oh, dang it. It is the very first thing. It will transform a creature with at least 1 hit point into a new form.
Let's see. Oh, on a creature
Yeah.
with 0 hit points. Okay.
Yeah, it's... So...
As far as double casting, can I cast a spell that's a bonus action and a spell that's an action? Sorry,
Right. One of them has to be a cantrip. So whether it's a cantrip action or a cantrip bonus action, that's how the double spell goes off right now.
Okay.
You got any water?
Let's see. What was that?
You got any water?
Me?
Throw it on that oil fire.
Ow!
Scientifically.
Scientifically, that's a torture.
It
So,
deserved it.
okay. We need to get these people up,
Yeah.
otherwise they're gonna get screwed.
Yes.
I know someone is around me in the initiative order, correct?
Puss in Boots goes right after you, but unfortunately the Calamity takes its turn next.
And Puss does have healing.
Okay.
But also so do I, and I think it's going to come for me next.
You did... I mean, Jim Lake Jr. and Megamind, you're both kind of on par for how angry the Calamity is at you. It's kind of hard to, like, tell who's the aggroed.
That's true. But Puss has healing. So if
I also
Puss
do have like
can...
hands if push comes to shove. It's not magical here.
But Alicia,
But if you
you'd
have
have to make an athletics check if your hands can reach them.
Does it have to be hands, or can you touch with the tail?
Sister, boom, hits one of you and just, oh, I'm alive.
Little arms. I don't think this plan was very thought through. Master.
Let's see.
I'll lick you. I'll use my giant T-Rex tongue.
And just,
Okay. What I'll do is I will... So who's next in initiative? The monster?
Monster's next, then Puss in Boots is in the dugout.
Okay. I'm gonna bonus action healing word Puss in Boots.
Woo!
You're down, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I need you to then get up Jack Frost.
Yep.
Okay. So I'm gonna bonus action healing word you with a 3rd level spell slot, because I need... Actually, do I really need my first level? Yeah, I need my first levels. So that's going to be really high. 14 points of healing.
Yo! That was 3 4s on that.
Yeah, that was nearly maxed.
That's very
so
good
for you.
That storm is going to come for us again.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to touch the dude.
Bad touch.
Let's see. Does a 16 hit?
A 15 does
16.
16 does not hit the armor class, unfortunately, of the Calamity.
Never mind.
No worries.
Cool.
Oh, because
I am going to run away from him.
solid stuff there. As technically he doesn't have his reaction. He tried to shield. You. Boop, 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 boop. RJ, you just scuttle on down, getting out of that range there, my guy. Puss in Boots, thankfully, is now up. It is now the Calamity's turn. Oh, the Calamity's so mad. Right now, the problem is Tyrannosaurus Jim. That's just a lot to do. It doesn't like that. So, let's see here. The Calamity is going to first, Jim, make a attack with its tail on you. Tyrannosaurus has an AC of only 13.
Yeah. I have a lot of hit points.
Be cool with your stats.
I think he has.
Jim,
This one.
that is a natural 20 for its tail attack.
Oh. Silvery barbs.
Silvery barbs!
Silvery barbs.
Megamind, you have had your turn.
Silvery
Yep, you're good.
barbs.
Go for it. I will re-roll. Who are you gonna give the what's it called? Advantage.
Obviously the dinosaur.
Obviously, a dinosaur. I do need Megan to come check. I just re-rolled. That's disgusting.
Before you say it, would a... Oh, wait, never mind.
No.
Use my reaction. And then I won't do anything.
I just re-rolled a nat 20.
That's disgusting.
That is disgusting. That is a 1 in 400 chance. Jim,
What does he? Is there anything else anyone can do?
Jim, I need you to make me a Constitution saving throw for Jim Lake Jr. for the Infernal Wound, as that damage is gonna double.
Did he take fire damage on his turn since it's the radiant?
It is his
aura
turn.
thing?
Yeah, we'll do that here in just a second. It's not gonna stop the crit, unfortunately.
I know.
Yeah, that's okay.
It's
Okay, I rolled a 18.
It helps our feelings.
18, and 18 succeeds. Jim, you don't take an Infernal Wound, because that would have been really bad. But, yikes. Jim Lake Jr., you take 26 points of damage just from the tail. 26, so you still have 110 hit points from your T-Rex. Here comes the fork, as he is going to spear you.
101.
Or 101.
Yeah,
Oh, yes, thank you. For the acid. Here comes the fork. So here we go. First attack, second attack. Does 27 hit both times?
Yeah,
Just barely.
maybe a little.
Jim Lake Jr., that is plus 18 plus 19 is 37 points of magical piercing damage.
Okay, that's disgusting, but I can take it.
You can take it. Yeah, you can tank the hits right now in your T-Rex form.
Oh yeah.
You are now below health as a T-Rex, so just be aware. Just starting to damage you in. The Calamity will finish its turn with Puss in Boots. That's on you, buddy.
Actually, it still has to take damage. Give me 2 seconds.
Oh, yes. Or, because that's just happening. Yikes.
Yep. It existed too hard.
Yeah,
Fire to rate.
Doubles 14. That's another 14 damage to him. Love to see it.
Okay, thank you.
All right, Poos.
Oogie. Third level cure wounds on Jack, please.
Boom! Yeah, go and roll that. Jack Frost, you are coming back strong, my guy.
I am rolling it digitally.
Yeah, just a lot of dice. I get that. Sweet. I'll let you know.
Come on, don't give me 2 1. You gotta be.
Oof.
Buy a new computer.
Buy it. Yeah, that's
Yours
not
is
even.
hurt.
That's
So
9
how much do I get?
healing.
You get 9 hit points.
Hey, that's enough that I might
I roll
survive
more
one
on
round.
my second level healing word.
That's wild. That
Can
is.
I roll in person, please?
From now on, sure.
Thanks.
Again, I allow you to do either one, but
You
Jack
gotta-
Frost, you're up at 9.
You gotta call him beforehand.
Yeah, calls him as he sees him.
I like how you keep being like, these
Well,
digital
I
dice
should
are the
have
worst,
stamina
and then
pointed
you immediately roll them again.
I should have stamina
Just
pointed
never
it,
do it
and it would have
again.
been the map.
I don't know.
Live and learn.
I've never seen.
Okay.
Puss in Boots.
Dice is the worst.
Cure
I
Wound
agree.
goes off. You still have the rest of your turn. What do you want to try?
I really can do nothing else, but maybe. No, I can't stab him. That's it.
Throw water on him.
Just
He's on the
Throw water
ground.
on him.
buckets of water. Yeah. I'll flavor. You throw a bucket. You little cat! And just kicks at you, just in that like annoyed way.
Because there's an oil fire raging on his back.
At the end of your turn, Puss in Boots,
It sounds gross, but there's a way I could
This
get
is
water on him.
fantasy, not
the
science.
demon Calamity is going to take a legendary to hurl and try to stab Megamind with the spear fork.
Nuh-uh.
Nuh-uh. Oh yeah, you're right. Megamind, that's a 19 to hit. Dang.
Yeah, I don't have a reaction, so...
Right, yeah. Helping with some of the early stuff, but here we go. Megamind, you take 17 piercing damage. As he stabs into you.
Ouchie.
Here we go. Yeah, Megamind looking really hurt. Everyone is very... Yikes. Did you just womp womp? Oh, gosh.
You're welcome.
Here we go. At the end of that will make the demon's turn.
I'll
The
roll some damage
demons
for them.
all...
Oh, those guys.
Yeah, the guys that are in a smoky little pentagram right now.
2 of them are
Each of them
You're
take...
smaller.
small. That's right.
Yeah, they're not in range.
Yeah, they're just not in range anymore without enlarge. The demons will take their turn. You watch each of them immediately go from looking decently okay, some of them at full health, immediately drop
shoot.
to very hurt, and are going to heal the Calamity through their sacrifice.
No.
The Calamity will regain. I do have to roll it though, so it's based on. Okay, so if 10, yeah. The Calamity regains a lot of hit points, gang, and is just barely not bloodied.
That's disgusting. That's not my
Guys, you got
full damage.
As the demons take their turn to heal the Calamity, Actius the Tornado is, he's looking much better now. Tyrannosaurus Jim, that is your turn, my friend, with Megamind on deck.
My turn.
Mm-hmm.
If I jump,
He's on the ground. You bit his wing off.
Yeah,
yes,
he-
I know. I know.
Yeah.
I'm just wondering if do I have to jump for my mouth to reach his head?
No, I think right now, even though you're a size smaller, it's just like on your tippy toes to get up there.
Awesome. Well, I think I still want to jump.
Yeah.
And then, question: can I flavor instead of the tail? If we just keep the damage the same, do almost like a kangaroo jump
Just
and like
kick.
kick into his stomach so that I'm putting force. Not only is that like some slashing into his stomach, but like that's putting strain on his neck. If I can, I want to start trying to detach his head.
Yes, I like it. Go ahead. So yeah, bite attack, but flavored through that like lean back and just push outward. Just try to bite, push. I like it. I like it. Go ahead. You have plus 10 to this attack.
Awesome. Do we want to do the bite and the kick separately?
You have it.
Because either way, I want
Let's-
to have his head in my mouth.
We do it separately because yes, one of these you get advantage from silvery barbs.
Beautiful. Thank you. I will take
Do it on the bike.
advantage on
Also,
the
stamina
bite.
point
Yeah.
if you have one.
Jim Lake Jr.
doesn't
out of
know.
stamina.
Clever.
Oh, very nice. That's a 28 hit.
28 hits.
Great. Let's throw a little smite on there.
Throw a little, just a little smite, just a little sprinkling.
A little bit of smite berry nearby. Gotta get a bit of it.
Okay, that's going to be 3d8 of smite,
It's schmitted.
which doubles because it's radiant.
Mm-hmm.
So that's 20 for just the smite. And then what do I roll for the bite
Oh,
damage?
it's 3d12 plus 7.
Thank you. 3d12 plus 7. That's
Technically it's 4d12 for the bite, actually.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
awesome. I'll
Yeah,
take
I know, right?
that one.
Roll another one. Do it again.
Oh, was that a d12?
No, that was a d10.
No, that was.
My bad.
Do it again. Hey.
Okay.
Same number.
So that's a 27 plus 7 is a 34.
34 with the smite on there. You have just basically everything this calamity just healed, you just dealt back, Jim. He is once again very bloodied, under that half health, dealing that back in on him as you just bite it and just try to rip around, and very crocodile, you're whipping back for trying to just detach the head, right? You see the calamity is looking very annoyed, but not yet horribly injured. Again, he is bloodied, but not yet on that death's door.
Dragon
how we
puffs
like
in
to
as well.
Dragon?
Dragon puffs in his extra bite attack on it. Sorry, I totally zoned out, but
No, that's
he's
smart,
gonna
yeah.
add his d6 to the
Do that
But
d6.
3 more fire damage.
Doubles to 6.
Or 6 more.
Heck yeah.
Sweet. That's a whole action. The whole action, dang it. Okay.
Yeah. As Jim, you bite into this creature, it is looking pretty gnarly. I now have to make a quick check, Jim. I have to make a concentration saving throw for a lot of damage.
Oh, there's almost no chance you succeed that.
Yeah, I'm double checking because yeah, it's crap. He's got okay.
What's that?
He has magical resistance, and that's his con. In total, that was 27 plus 20, 47 plus.
I don't think magical resistance helps with concentration checks.
It does. Saving throws. Oh no, you're right. It doesn't help for con saves.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
I don't think there's a way you succeed that.
That'd be disgusting. I'm like, and then you can also, okay. He's got a nat 20 this. There's no way he can keep Storm of Vengeance up without a nat 20. That was so close to a nat 20. I got so scared. It was a 14 on the die. Right before, I will flavor this, lightning bolts are appearing, and if you don't know how the spell works, he was about to have 6 lightning bolts that each deal 6 or 10d6 lightning damage. I was about to TPK the party. Jim Lake Jr., you bite into his head and break the concentration, my guy, right before he's able to kill you all.
Got a little bit of a headache there.
Bit of a headache. Ooh, ooh. You look bad, Mr. Calamity. Insane stuff, gang. So no more acid, no more lightning. You love to see it. Megamind, that's you, my guy.
I just single-handedly kept Puss and Jack Frost alive.
Yes.
Good. I'm chilling.
You wouldn't have been chilling with 10d6 lightning.
That's true.
That's true. All right, Megamind. What would you like to do for your turn?
How many of those stinking flying things are still around?
All 5, unfortunately.
So they didn't die?
They got really
They got
injured. Yeah, they basically gave his stuff.
So they all gave their vitality but didn't die.
Yeah, it's kind of like a hit die thing of they're giving hit die and hit points of their own. So it does damage them a little bit, but it heals the Calamity a lot.
I can take care of a couple of them on my turn.
I can take care of 2.
So if you want to hit the 2 closer south or farther south, I can hit probably 2 of the ones farther up, along with him in a big attack.
Okay. Yeah. I am going to cast Dissonant Whispers.
Ooh, love to see that.
Level, but I'm going to stamina point it, and I'm going to meta magic it so it hits 2 of these guys at once.
Heck yeah! So Dissonant Whispers on 2 of the demons in the pentagram for that immediate max. Oh my gosh. So how much is that they even have to try to save against?
46. They have to beat a 15.
Ooh, no. Okay, that's not great. They have to beat a 15. Well, one of them doesn't beat a 15 for sure.
Will a negative bardic stop the other one?
One of them got a nat 1. A negative bardic will help the other.
A 6.
6 on a negative bardic because the demon did roll an exact 15. Will add in with its modifier of nothing, and -6, they both fail. Both of them take 24 unavoidable psychic damage, and it's these 2 on the bottom, right, Megamind?
Yeah, that's what I said. I
Yep.
can't change it, man.
You're good, you're good. These 2 both explode, breaking the pentagram. Calamity roars in frustration as, again, that stops a lot of his legendaries. He has to get those demons back to start doing those again. Super smart,
I should have
Megamind.
picked the healthy ones, because if they failed, they would have run away.
Oh, that's true, but it's still same effect going off of by killing the other 2. It's still gonna help there. Megamind, super smart. We are back at the top of the order. Storm of Vengeance cannot proctor anymore. It is gone. That brings us to Jack Frost. Jack, you are up again, my friend, thankfully. What's the plan? What's the vibes here?
So I have something a little bit of...
What?
You lost him.
from him.
It really sounded like you swore there.
It sounded like I have a little bit of, and we can assume you meant shenanery, but all we hear is, I have a little bit of and you just froze in this perfect scenario. I'm like, oh, dang, yeah, I guess if you need to go, like, you're good.
We can call it breakthrough
back,
if
I'm
it's
good,
that
I'm good.
bad.
You're good. Yeah, you're totally fine now. It was just in the perfect moment of...
I leave on my turn to take a 5-minute bathroom break.
All
No,
right,
so
guys.
I want to use a stamina point to try to disarm him of his spaghettiifier.
Yes.
So the things I've seen
want
online
it.
just say when you use a weapon attack. I don't know. I would love to try to shoot my arrows at the spear and make him drop it.
No, that's why I've included stamina points. It is that, Lincoln, of if you're willing to use a stamina point, you still have to roll to hit, but on a hit, it will max the damage die, all that damage, and based on the certain thresholds I give for, like, damage to certain items. Like, for this is just his hand, right? It's his wrist. You're trying to get him to drop it. So, go ahead and roll to hit, and use a stamina point if you so choose.
I do so choose. I really, really do.
Oh, good.
Okay. So for my first attack, that's a 4 plus 12
You have
for
inspiration.
16 to hit.
Got inspiration, my guy.
I do have inspiration.
Again,
Let me go ahead and use that.
yes, I'm like, because that's
How about a 28 to hit?
28 hits. Yes, because indeed, stamina points are that if you use them and you miss, it does still use the charge of like, rats. But on a 28, you draw back the bow, and it connects hard with the wrist. That's going to max the damage on your bow right now. So how much damage is that?
It's gonna do 1d8 plus 7. So if it's maximum damage, that's 15 points of damage, and I'm gonna have Dragon use his reaction because we share initiative. So his reaction charge to add his d6 of fire damage.
Which will double.
Have him get it.
Yes,
and run
double.
away.
It's 12 fire damage.
12.
And then was that my first attack only?
That
I
was
still
your
have-
first attack. Yeah, 1 stamina point, first attack. You still have another attack.
Well, first off, for my free item interaction, I'm just staff.
Yes, you run, grab it, and grab. I mean, it's as big as you. It's this honking piece of metal, but you grab it off the ground.
And
Want it. Reduce.
Spaghetti.
Part of me, okay, guys, part of me really wants to give this trident to the T-Rex, but you couldn't really use it right now, right? It's a funny meme, haha, but it's not.
Probably not.
Yeah.
Can Dragon take it and fly it away?
Ooh.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Send Dragon with it. Just like, nah, you don't get your weapon.
Well,
Just
here,
send him
can
as far as possible.
I use my... I'm going to have him attack first, so I'm going to use my bonus action to have him make an attack,
Okay.
and then I'll have him fly away.
Gotcha.
So-
Yeah.
His bite attack... He only gets an 11 plus 6, so 17 to hit.
A 17 barely misses the Calamity.
Alright, then I give him the trident and send him off, and then I take my second.
Sweet. You send Dragon off. Take your
I'm
second
just gonna
attack.
put him kind of back by where Puss is at right now.
Yes. Or RJ right
Bring
now.
it to the car.
Oh, is that RJ? Okay.
Yeah. Because Puss in Boots, it's hard to tell. Puss in Boots is right here with you and Megamind. All right.
Perfect. And then my second attack is a 24 to hit.
Yeah, 24 hits. Dude.
Radical. Oof. So I only rolled a 1, but my piercer lets me re-roll damage die, and but I have to reuse the new die. So I'm gonna re-roll that D8.
Dude, I love the Piercer feat for...
And get a 2, so I did 9 instead of 8.
Hey! The Calamity is looking horrifyingly bloodied, gang. As Jack, you... Twin arrows pierce right into the wrist of this creature. He screams and drops a trident, and like a dog grabbing a stick, Dragon just whoop and takes it away. I will say, he's gonna try, as Dragon technically leaves his opportunity, he's going to try to attack Dragon with a opportunity attack, because it's not like, hey, if I could kill Dragon, I can get my spear, right? So he's going to roll. This is an unarmed... Oh, no, he can use his tail if he needs to, yeah.
Dragon's about to die.
Actius the tornado rolls a nat 20 on his tail on Dragon.
Okay.
Please make Dragon make a DC Constitution
Silvery
saving throw. What was that?
I was trying to check silvery barbs.
Do you still have? If you have the spell, yeah.
I have the spell because I was double checking to make sure that if I use the negative bardic on my turn, it counted as my reaction.
Oh, you're right.
Which is what I wanted to see before I was like, aha, I can use it, but...
I'm a little worried here. I think that may have proctored. I think it counts. I'm quickly checking the College of Lore with that specific... Oh, no. Bonus privilege cutting words. Within 6 feet, it takes your reaction... and as reaction, it's on your turn, so it won't reset, so you don't have silvery barbs. Dang. Dang, that really would have helped.
I thought I tried.
No worries.
I don't think I would have done it because the natural 20 plus is bonus to hit. If you're trying to reduce that.
Well, silvery barbs is the...
I wasn't trying for a negative bardic. I was trying to see if I had my reaction for silvery barbs, which makes him reroll.
Because he used the negative bardic on his turn for the other guy. So, Jack, can you roll me just a quick D20 con save for Dragon, as Dragon's going to take a double. That's a big whammy.
I think... Oh, yeah, there is the +4.
Because, Jack's
I think it's going to be a 15. Let me just double check.
Okay.
Saving throws is Constitution, right?
Yep.
So I don't get the proficiency bonus. It's just the +2. So that's 11 plus 4 is 15.
15 doesn't cut it, unfortunately. Dang.
Well, goodbye, Dragon. Actually, let's see how much damage it does.
It deals... So here we go. We're rolling the crit here. That's disgusting. That was actually the highest I've actually rolled for the tail so far. That is 48 points of damage.
No, he had 42.
No. Yeah, I have been rolling wildly low for the tail hits with like Jack and Jim like earlier with that stuff. I was really surprised. So I'm like, yeah, here comes the actual big output damage on that. Dragon does drop. Now, important to note, the Calamity doesn't have the spear yet, but he has just destroyed this ethereal form of Dragon, so the spear is still close. But
how big is the threatened area?
He's got a pretty solid range of... Oh, you're right. He's got a 10-foot range, so technically the spear is 10 feet away.
So it would be behind me and Puss.
Yes.
And by Jim Lake.
Yes.
Well.
Okay, Jack. That's
it.
Your turn. RJ, that is your turn. The Calamity is on deck.
Shove it in the can.
Stamina point, wall of fire around him.
Oh, no! Oh, crap! Yeah.
Save, please?
Okay. I'll make a dex save. This is where his magic resistant proctors. So here we go. Dexterity saving throw.
Although, is he still resistant if he's made vulnerable?
He is, the aura basically negates it and says, nah, you get the vulnerability. Here we go. So, first roll. Second roll. That was a 18 and 19 plus 7 for the higher of the two.
You still take 5 damage, so 20 points doubled to 40.
20 doubled to 40 is still insane, and it's there now. He's looking really messed up now, gang. As Wall of Fire is just around him now. And that's something where, selected by you, to each creature that ends A creature takes the same damage when it enters the wall for the first time on a turn or ends its turn there.
It would be like a U around him.
Yes. I'll kind of like draw that real quick so we can see that. We'll just say, here we go. Kind of a U. That's a really crude U, but like it gets the point across of that. Basically, he would have to either go all the way back to get around or move through the fire because he can't fly.
No, I don't want it hitting my allies at all.
Yes. Yeah, I drew that real quick just to represent. I am going to make sure it's that like it's on him, just in front of Puss in Boots and everyone.
Or is it, do you want it curling around the back of the
I kind of like invert the U.
Invert the U?
Yeah. So yeah.
Yeah.
But that leaves him open to attack and move towards the spear.
What do you mean? Oh,
Because the spear's on the opposite side of our T-Rex friend.
so he would have to go through all of you guys. So I don't think that's happening.
Yeah,
And he
he
won't
moved
go
through
into
now?
the fire.
But he just needs the fire to be next to him, within 10 feet of him.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's
So we'll
basically
take the damage anyway.
a rock in a hard place.
The idea is that he's
waiting in the hard place.
Yeah. So here we go. The fire is now all there. Here we go. RJ, solid stuff. Stamina point, wall of fire on a vulnerable. So keeping up that concentration, RJ, solid. That will make the Calamity's turn. Now he starts his turn in range of Tyrannosaurus Jim. So, Alicia, if you want to roll me some of that.
Fire.
And Wall of Fire. Crap. Oh my gosh, there's so much there.
Well, for me, that's doubled already.
12 already.
Oh, sorry. End his turn there.
Yes, end his turn. So, because, yeah, he's going to want to move, but that's what might proctor some of his, like, attacks of opportunity from you guys. So let's see what he's going to do. He does really need that spear. I'm trying to see if he can, let's see. 5, 10. If he moves here, and let me put Jim and Puss in Boots on top. He's going to move 10 feet down. Technically, he's within range, but I don't know if he wants the spear or not. Here's what he's going to do. Before
August?
Yes.
Ashley?
No. I'm seeing, because, like, he could move 10 feet, but he's not going to do that yet. He's going to start with his tail, as he is going to use his tail, and he is going to attack, he hates all of you indiscriminately. He's going to attack Megamind. No, Megamind's right now a real big problem with the polymorph and with the fire. Megamind's gone unhit. So Megamind, he's rolling to hit you with the tail. That's a synthetic 25 to hit. Oh, nuh-uh, you're right. That's going to be 17 points of damage from the tail. And
Yeah,
can
I'm
you...
down.
Here's the problem. Can you also make me a Constitution saving throw? Because if an Infernal Wound hits you, that's something that might still keep proctoring that damage even when you're down. Again, Jack Frost is fine now, because, Jack, you got that magical healing to heal you, but this might hit Megamind here. Yes,
I got
Megamind.
an nat 20 for the thingamabop.
Good, you're good. Heck yeah, my guy. So, Megamind, you go down, but you're not gonna get hurt. Puss in Boots, what was your thought?
Hey, a creature next to me just made a melee attack because they're within 5 feet of me and made an attack against someone. I can go stabbing stab.
For stamina, for Sentinel?
Hmm?
Excellent.
And does that reduce the speed to 0?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Do
put
it.
it.
And for this, I'm going to be using one of my cantrips because that's still an attack action.
You use your reaction to make a melee weapon attack.
No. Okay,
I-
fine. I'll say.
Yeah, there's a feat that specifically allows that.
Yeah, I'm like, you don't just get to slip that under the rug, be like, well, I guess if it's just an attack.
Someone's gonna get stabbed, and I'm gonna roll it naturally. You don't have to wait for 2 years.
Yes.
That's out of that's fact.
Yeah, because in the Sidekicks campaign, Carl had that feat,
Right.
so he was sending cantrips left.
Yeah, so helpful, right?
Does a 21 hit?
21 hits.
Cool.
Woo!
That's me piercing.
How much piercing?
I shouldn't have rolled it in the. I didn't mean to click it.
Too bad. Too sad. Haha. You good. Alright. We'll get that damage stacking up here in just a moment. Puss in Boots. The Calamity now cannot move. That is 10 piercing. I'm writing that down. The Calamity is starting to look pretty hurt, gang. But he just has a... He is just a tanky... Well, he's had 6 months of just gaining power here. He's a rooted virus of a demon. Here we go.
And I'm the antibiotic.
Jim is not dino no more.
Oh, no, you're right. Jim.
Because I had calmed down.
That's okay, but you need to kill him with your sword anyway.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, I mean, the last of the hits had to be with Daylight, or else he might have come back. So, in which case, he's going to make unarmed strikes against... who's here?
Not me.
Did you damage or did you cut out?
He is going to... he's still gonna punch Megamind. Well, first he is... so he attacked Megamind. He is going to punch Megamind again, to help you fail a death save. He wants you dead, my guy. Like, he is trying to, like, stop the battle, so to speak.
Hey, he made another attack.
It's an automatic critical, and he'll fail 2 death saving throws.
Megamind, that is... Yikes. Megamind, that is a 16 exactly for his attack. That's 2 failed death saves on a crit.
He made another attack.
You can... the Sentinel only proctors once because it's still taking your opportunity attack.
Yeah,
Reaction.
your reaction.
So Megamind, thankfully, again, the damage right now is still just 14 points damage. It's not enough to, get you down. Because, again, thankfully it's not the spear. But, Megamind, you take 2 failed death saves. The Calamity will finish its turn as Puss in Boots. That will start your turn there, my guy, with the demons on deck.
Okay, so I have an idea of a thing I want to do.
He takes... he ended his turn next to the firewall. I already had the damage. It was 28 points of damage doubled. So it's just 56.
Oh! I forgot he got stuck!
If possible, I want him to be alive on a single hit point so that Jim can kill him with the sword, or at least knock him unconscious instead of kill him.
I will let you know, he is just now looking horrifyingly bloodied. On a scale of 1 to a lot, he's still got a lot. Like, it's not... Yeah, thankfully we're not, like, in danger, but...
Okay, 58.
We just need another one of those 200 hits.
56 points of damage.
56 points. I am so mad. I knew there was a reason Sentinel was bad for him, and Yep. He is very hurt in the firewall, gang. Puss in Boots, what's the play? Muted.
You're muted.
Yeah.
I have an idea,
Yeah.
but it kind of requires me not healing Megamind. Is that okay?
I can bonus action do it on my
Yeah.
turn.
There's
I can
options.
bonus action spare the dying, so that he doesn't,
Oh.
Oh, that's good too.
Spare the dying, yeah.
So, here's what I want to do. I want to do Spiritual Guardians, but stamina pointed with the express purpose of if it takes him down, no it doesn't, so Jim gets the last
Yes,
hit.
it's a called shot, how stamina points work of third level Spirit Guardians.
Mm-hmm.
Puss in Boots. Boom, 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 boom. 8 of your past 9 lives erupt out of you as these cats, like,
That's actually really
brawny, drunken, debonair, like, these other, who is your favorite fearless hero, as all these cats just start singing and whip out towards the Calamity.
Memory.
All alone in the moonlight.
Moonlight. I feel like the drunk one's singing that.
Yeah, right. Everyone else singing the theme song, but the drunk one's like, "Is this not the production of cats?" Oh my gosh. Okay, stamina point
Because afterwards,
3d8.
I do want to describe what the spirit guardians look like afterwards, but for this time, it can look like the.
Okay. But I'll just say it's fun. It's fun. Here we go. 24 doubles to 48, but the Calamity will make a Wisdom saving throw. They immediately begin. Okay. Really? Okay. Here's his Wisdom save. What's your save DC right now, Puss in Boots?
My safety
Is what?
15.
15. Okay. He has a very good chance of succeeding. Here we go. First roll. That's already a 19 on the die. Crap. So, 24 doubles to 48, halves for him, still to 24 points of damage. 24 points of damage looks dangerous. He is looking horrifyingly bloody, gang. We're getting so close. He is just whittling down as boom, boom, boom. Spirit Guardians are now wrapped around Puss in Boots as these cats just lay waste into him. That is...
Bonus action for the dying, and I'm going to stand in front of Megamind and try and take
So, is Spirit Guardians a spell?
Spirit Guardians is a spell. Spare the Dying is a cantrip. Bonus action for the Grave Cleric.
no, that's really good.
That's a solid combo. So, Megamind, you are stable, my guy. That's so helpful, too. Here we go. At the beginning, or at the end of Puss in Boots' turn, I have to roll a d4. That's 3. Crap. That makes 1, 2, and an extra guy's gonna appear here to beef up. The demons are back. The pentagram reforms. Legendary actions are back on the table for the Calamity. He has reformed a bit of his lair here.
Kill one of those.
The demons are back, causing problems. Jim Lake Jr., that is you, my friend.
My turn?
Yeah.
Alright. So I am torn because I'm not sure that I'll be able to get this guy dead by the end of my turn. Because I don't have any stamina points left.
Right,
I only
yeah.
have first level swim. So I want to get people's opinion on this really quick. It's the only thing I'd be able to do on my turn, but I have an action I can take where I present a holy symbol and takes like stupid amounts of fire and radiant damage. So I think, do we want to risk that, or do we want to try with the sword?
Just go for the sword. Or you could hold your action for when he's right on death's door.
Oh,
That's true. Like a held
when
action
he's
for
dying,
hits.
Hold your action to just stab him.
Because you get 2 attacks, right?
I do get 2 attacks if I attack with my sword. I wouldn't be able to present my symbol and attack.
Yeah. But the symbol, it's true. The symbol's a ton of damage. It's basically that, like, you present the holy symbol, it makes a dex, or hold action for the sword of just because we're in that couple good hits, gang, it could be really helpful, Jim.
You can deal some damage if you want to hold off and finish him off.
I'll hold my attacks then.
Hold your attack. Okay.
Yeah. What should the trigger for that be, or should I just send it a couple turns down the line?
I think right now the smartest thing is you say you hold your attack until he looks close to death's door, because best case scenario, of course, we can get some damage in so that you, again, as long as Daylight can get that final blow, it will kill him. And if not, you'll still be able to technically use it right before your next turn. Let's say, for example, if we're not able to get the damage off.
Yeah, sounds good.
Jim, as you ready your sword, just pain in your muscle, glint in your eye, you are ready to attack. At the end of your turn, the Calamity will take a legendary action. Technically, he has to take 2 to use a spell. Here we go. He is going to... Yeah. Crap. He can't use one because he doesn't have his trident. It requires his Urbident for that spell. Never mind. Instead, he can try... Oh, no! Okay, crap. He really needed that spear. That was super helpful, Jack Frost. No, he's just gonna hurl flame at you guys. Well, more specifically, he is about to hurl flame at Puss in Boots, who's protecting Megamind right now. Puss in Boots, dang, that would have been such a helpful spell. Hey, Puss in Boots, what's your current armor class?
Okay, you are resistant to fire damage, by the way, because of the aura of Holy Flame.
Yeah.
So my AC is a 14.
A 14. I rolled a 4 plus 7 for an 11. It does not connect Puss in Boots. As your fellow lives just each, all for one and one for me! And they'll hold up their swords and just poof, and block away the fireball that was going to hit you. Dang. Or I guess technically not a fireball, but an effect as such. At the end of Jim Lake Jr.'s turn, Megamind, you are stable. So you're not, no death saves, no nothing, but you aren't dying, thankfully. Which brings us to Jack Frost with RJ on deck. Jack Frost.
I roll a nat 20 to just see if I wake up.
If you nat 20, heck yeah. We gotta love a Beardsley move, right? Just power play
I'll
here.
do it on digital, so it's seen by all.
So it's seen, make it our quote-unquote...
I did not do it.
You did not do it. All right.
But you tried, and that's
The
matters.
digital dice hate me. Let's see if it would have done it on the physical dice.
Maybe the
No,
real
that's
nat
where we
20...
go first.
Yeah.
Keep going.
Maybe the real nat 20 was the friends we made along the way, Shane. You're good. Jack Frost, that is you, my guy.
It sure is. So,
Sure is, good bud.
I'm gonna cast Ensnaring Strike, so, frost appears on the tip of my air. And then I'm going to go, I guess I don't really need to move anywhere, so I'll just try to shoot twice, and I'm gonna burn a stamina point, on the first one to maximize that damage.
Yeah.
So I'll mark off the stamina point. And then roll. It's only a 17 to hit on that first one.
A 17 barely misses.
Yeah. And then I'll take my second attack and shoot him in the nuts with an 18.
An 18 hits.
Yay. Do I still apply the stamina point, or can I burn my third stamina point?
You'd have to burn the third stamina point, unfortunately, because stamina.
I think I'm going to, just because of how close it's getting.
Yes.
So I'll just max out the damage on that. So he takes the full 15 points of piercing from my longbow, and then with Ensnaring Strike at these. So he has to make a strength saving throw or be restrained. And he does have advantage because he's large.
Yes. So let me
defeat a 13. Oh god, only a 13?
Oh no.
Why did I even bother with the spell?
Hey, yeah, that was 29 strength. The natural strength of his team just gone. But how much? Because you did still max out the damage. So what was that total going up there?
So it would be 15, and then it's the Ensnaring Strike only does damage on the start of the creature's turn, so it doesn't do squat.
Yeah.
And that's me,
15.
folks.
Starting to look more hurt. He's getting so close. RJ, that's your turn then. What's the play?
There's not a ton I can do here, but I'm going to Healing Word Mega Mind.
Yes.
Yay.
So it's not going to be much, but it's 7 points of healing.
Hey, that's up.
Yay.
That's up.
And then I'm going to Chill Touch the demon.
Okay.
A 26 to hit.
That's so clutch. That is so clutch.
Braxton, you gotta take a point of inspiration, because I just needed
No
to get
healing for you.
to my
He's gonna
demon's
heal
turn,
again.
and he could have healed. You have just prevented healing. No.
You didn't.
He cast the real nuh-uh.
RJ, insane. Yeah, take a point of inspiration for just locking out
Cool.
that.
Okay, and then that's going to be 7 points of necrotic damage, and we, because of my elemental adept that I chose, it isn't half if he has a half for it.
Yes, so, because, yeah, he does have a normal half for necrotic, but yep, it goes through.
The most I could have done, but on his turn, hopefully he takes more fire damage.
Dude, yeah, it's
You know?
only 7 points of damage. You've prevented me from healing him. That's what's insane right now. That's nuts.
I learned from Morgana.
We ain't letting you heal again. Insane, RJ, as at the end of your turn, it is the Calamity's turn. Oh, he's got to move, but I don't want to take opportunity attacks.
Well, first of all, he takes damage from breathing.
Jim!
Oh.
Get burned,
So
fool.
22 points of breathing damage.
22 points of ooh spicy.
Yay.
He existed. For
Also, Spirit Guardians.
Oh yeah.
Spirit Guardians? No! The cats! The cats!
Really, my guy.
Okay, here comes his wisdom save. Okay, wow, that was 2 19s, so 2 26s. So Puss in Boots, roll me 3d8 radiant, and whatever it is just what it'll take, because it would double then half. So
Can I roll it for real life, please?
yeah, go for it. 3d8 though. Okay. Oh, he's got to get out of there. He's got to leave. He's got to leave.
Hey, yo.
I
Mind if you have any way of ensuring Puss in Boots hits him, please do.
That's 15.
So 15 radiant, doubles to 30, goes back to 15.
Oh,
He
trying to do
is-
something?
Well, hold. It's his turn. This is just like the area, the AoE you guys have made.
How's he looking?
He is
I'm going to
looking
create an AoE that is so toxic.
toxic. Honestly, guys, this is a toxic.
Party in combat is so toxic.
Here's what it comes down to. Here's what's about to
I
happen.
was talking to the DM and he said, "Wow, that's toxic," and I was like, "Yes, it's toxic."
The Calamity is scared. You realize he does not like what's happening right now. He is going to
Can I point
use
over to the sword that Jim
a
is holding
high level spell to teleport.
Is he on death's door?
If he stays in the wall of fire at the end of his turn, he will be on death's door. That's what I'm saying. If he stays here, the wall of fire will hit him, and it will put him on death's door. And Jim Lake Jr. has that held action about to go off. He's going to teleport.
Cool. Counterspell.
You piece of garbage. All right, Shane. In the metaphorical box of doom, you've got to counterspell a 7th level spell.
Oh, jeez.
It's
You can do this.
What's your highest?
Give him guidance.
I can't.
Oh dang it.
because we're in initiative.
Right?
All right, Shane, you've got. We trust you. We love you. We're sending the vibes. It's plus your spell casting abilities, but it's a DC 17 basically, because it's that big teleport.
Okay. I'm gonna get the Discord up on my phone and then.
Yeah, that like get all prepped. If you
Is the trident sort of like his arcane focus?
Yeah, there's a lot of well, this one he doesn't need it for. It's some of his other
Okay.
stuff are there are specific spells that he needs a weapon for. That's where earlier I was going through. I'm like, ah, crap! Like that really sucks that he doesn't have it.
Wait.
All right, here we go. We see a Shane. We're turning around.
There it is.
What is I will for everyone at home say, Megamind, you have a +7 to this. We need a 10 or higher.
No, is that a 5?
What's cocked?
Is it cocked?
That was a 5. Does anybody want to give me their inspiration?
RJ, I believe, is the only person with a point of inspiration. No, Jim Lake Jr.'s got a point of inspiration.
I have some. I have some inspiration. You want some inspiration?
Jim Lake Jr., if you want to offer it, here we go. Point of inspiration to the party.
Oh,
Here we go. That's a 3.
No.
Puss in Boots, you have a point of inspiration too, and RJ.
does anyone have luck? Jeez.
No, we're out of it. Nat 13! As that used Jim Lake Jr. and Puss in Boots 2 bardics or points of inspiration. Megamind, what does this counter spell look like? How are you wrapping this demon here?
I just want to start like when he starts to like fade out of existence, I'm just gonna like mess around with my gun for a second, and then I'm gonna like point it at him, and then just like I'm like, I don't know what this is gonna do, but nope.
I don't know what this is. You just point a gun, and Megamind, as the arcane bringing in the focus, the magic and technology shoot up this Calamity's nostril. And this dude gets the worst sinus infection suddenly of his life as you counterspell his magic. Keep him here. Crap! Okay, that's his action. For his movement, he can't go through the wall. He can't go over it. He can't go under it. He's not gonna go through it. He's gotta move around you guys.
He's moving, you said?
Here we go. Ready? 5, 10, 15.
Actually, I hate to be a rules lawyer, but if you're moving through an enemy's space, it counts as difficult terrain.
Exactly. And I'm counting that off. Where right now he has only moved a total of 15. He is running around you, stepping through, and not enough, unfortunately, Puss in Boots to stop him, but it ends him just outside the firewall.
No, he's still within 10 feet of the edge there.
That's a bummer.
On a creature that is within 10 feet of that side or inside the wall. Crap. Yep.
Uh-oh.
Let's see what we got here. Oh, I rolled poorly. It's only 20 points of damage.
Oh, only 20 points of damage.
Is that
Oh,
20
pardon me.
doubled or
20
just
doubles.
That's total, 20 total.
Jim Lake Jr., this creature
Yeah?
is on death's door and you're holding an action.
Let's freaking get it, guys.
It's your friend's birthday. It's your birthday party, and he's the pinata. Nat 20! Oh! A nat 20! Just to drive it home. Jim Lake Jr., go ahead and roll this damage. Keep it in mind, it's doubling. Oh.
When I score a critical hit on one of the weapons dice one additional time and add it to the extra damage.
Okay.
Do you
Okay.
have any more of those
So
smites?
Got first level smites that will become extra. So here we go.
Oh yeah, smite. Nice smite. It's gonna be 3d8.
Yeah.
Well, where's d8? There it is.
So
You should stamina that out.
you got stamina beforehand, unfortunately. Oh, and Jim Lake Jr.'s out of stamina.
Okay,
no.
But
Oh, never mind.
the 13 doubles twice, because again, this is Radiant doubling with the crit, and from the vulnerability.
20 from the sword.
20
Crit.
from the sword,
Oh wait.
doubles with the
Yeah.
crit. So
So
this
that's 40.
40 from the
44.
sword, plus 13 doubles to 26, doubles to 52. 92 points of damage. Alicia, in this moment, how is Jim Lake Jr. killing the Calamity?
Yeah,
Why do you
I'm
try to rip it off?
gonna cut his head clean off. Finish what I started here.
Finish what you started now with your sword. The Troll Hunter, as party synergy, Jack Frost, boom, takes down that spear and it flips out into the distance. Puss in Boots gathering the Spirit Guardians and RJ pushing him into this just a death trap. As Megamind, your technology forces the Calamity into a singular spot so that Jim Lake Jr., with all the grace of a swordsman, boom, boom, cuts clean through neck and sinew. Holy fire erupts. The remaining vestigial oils inside of this creature alight as he explodes in damage and flame. The demons around him scream and flee as fast as they can. And that's where we come out of initiative. Spear on the ground, all of you horribly hurt. No one having gone down, though, this fight. And that's where we're gonna end tonight's session, gang.
Cool. Let's leave.
Sleep.
Yeah, I was gonna say we need to get away before Sloth has a chance to get to us.
Yes, because
Give me out. Like,
Sloth's on his way.
Sloth. He's a whole like, do you want a piece of this?
Fun fact, I have rolled at the very beginning of the fight how long it was going to take him to get here, and thankfully it was a while.
Yeah, because
Slothful. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for playing. Thank you for watching and for an amazing session. I cannot wait to see you all next time. Bye-bye.